I'm focused. I've been watching for the omens. I've been listening to everything you said. It's been running through my head, locked and loaded. I got the feeling that you know it. Yeah, I've only just begun. I won't stop until it's done, till you're broken. So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the lighter. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. Bigger they are, harder they fall.
We return to the dark.
I really hope you guys aren't evil. That really sucks.
To the duck.
As Oscar flies, lands, is rifted between spaces. There is a moment where Oscar enters a world just filled with light. A second of blinding light. You were in the dawn of a day. You were told from your celestial inhabitor that possesses your body, it would move you to a space in which you asked it to. Flashed, blinded by light for a split second before suddenly landing, feeling like you're falling. Your feet gently touch. Your eyes find that where you are is 80 feet up at the edge of one of the many spires and then of a mountain range. And as you look to your left, you see the large water and the gap, the ring, the encircled corner where Kings Bay is. In terms of topography of the land, you have not been specifically into these jungles, yet you know you are at the Fangs of Wisdom, in and around one of their 7 or 8 spires. But as you looked to orientate yourself, you realize that there is a small blip of light, 60 feet off the ground, 70 feet. It looks like it is a star just above where the city would be in the distance. But for the dull stars in the sky, this thing is surprisingly low and surprisingly bright. Far, far across the waterbed which separates you from Kings Bay. And you landed to see the jungle below you shift, tree canopies moving in a formation which you couldn't quite understand until you realize that they are probably alive. Not an experience you have had before. Stories you have heard. What would you like to do where you stand now high above the canopy, looking at the jungle, the coast, 500 feet to your left? Other side of the mountain range, likely deserts, where the Brand Gate would be.
Do I feel the pull of the thing that I'm searching for?
It is weak, but the strand tells you that ahead of the forest which you kind of landed and looked in, it's there, but that pull is confusingly alluring. Like there is an old emotional tether to a home here, but you've never been here before.
Jump my way down. I'll walk in towards.
Link looking ass.
Yeah. And I'll start walking towards the tether.
Okay. You begin a night walk. This is late in the evening. It's technically still basically midnight at this point.
Stars pretty.
Stars are light, white, and kind of weird orangish reds in the sky. But then as you're walking, only for about a minute or two, getting over land masses, curves, humps, trees, looking for those life forms of moving canopies which you saw ahead of you. You're looking for branches and limbs of trees that are physically moving. But you look at the stars for a quick second and you notice that star to your left that was over King's Bay is now even brighter than it was before. Maybe twice, 200% brighter. Just the one. And now that you're on ground level, it's obviously above you, slightly 60 feet. Far, far away. And you walk until you notice that there is something that walks in many 6 or 7 tree rows ahead of you that walks in front of a path of trees. So you know, less than 80 feet away from you is a life form, of which is towering tree height, dimly illuminated by the very faint coastal light reflection from the moon, which reflects off the water and hits where you are.
I will stealth.
Okay.
27.
Sweet. Okay, can you also make me a perception check? Okay.
24.
24. You carry the path, walk steadily, walk quietly, using the rocks, not the grass where fallen branches, many piles of dried leaves have been naturally spread across the area. You rock hop, occasionally branch hop. At one point, you jump across a rock to a branch, to another branch, and then that branch starts to bend. And then you jump so light, and when you land on a rock, just 1 foot lands, your body kind of tucked in, curled for a second, just because you immediately assumed you were standing on a living creature. You look behind you, and that branch has just basically broken downwards, but in a kind of way where a wet branch would break without the sound. That natural kind of fresh sap spewing, leaking down the branch. And then, as you are crouched, you're looking back, you notice less than 10 feet behind you, one big leg just uproots a tree, moves over behind you, but past you 10 feet, and then lands. This very quiet stomp slash. You notice that at the ground level, what you can see that this tree has obviously paced around. Right in front of you, in between the 2 rocks which you plan to jump, there's a weird pattern of dried leaves. You're like, it's weird how they seem to almost be sunken in at the corners, but then piled a little high at the top.
Get down.
Feel around, you feel there's like 10 or so layers of leaves, thick, stagnant, and feel wet and tied to something that feels like cord. It feels like leaves heavily saturated against a type of webbing. You pull the base of a small net. A net, which, as your eye glints down into what looks like a dark abyss.
Trapdoor spider.
That's maybe a 20-foot wide pit trap, and your eye just glancing down, that's dark, that's more than 30 feet deep. That's a big drop. You rock hop, choosing to avoid most of the basic grass patches just out of the scarcity of potential small hidden traps.
Well, at this point, realizing that it seems like there are things all around me that I can't necessarily get if there are traps and things. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
I'm going to take it extra slow.
You let the air still curl around you, still guide your path through, luckily, coastal breezes, the large gaps between the mountains that are separated by several hundred feet. Smaller mountains ahead of you. Smaller than the one you started on, but as you finally reach the kind of cliff face of a closer mountain, scaling it slightly just to get enough height, looking as you kind of curve around its side to look further down the stretch of jungle and canopy of the mountains ahead. At the very far edge, maybe 3 or 4 mountains from the very edge, is what you assume is probably the tallest mountain. You've only been traveling for an hour. There's barely any light, but the moonlight reflects. And you notice that there is some sort of reflects off water. There's the tallest mountain in these spires has a small stream that seems to just kind of split your visible eye line of it and kind of run away and down the side.
Is it like? Because this is the forest we went into that was like a large cult here.
No, that was Menmir.
That's a different one.
That was with Cornell. You mean Cornell?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was on the basically other side
Okay.
of the sea from where you are right now.
Okay, I'll make my way over to. Does it look like that stream is flowing into us?
No, it almost looks like it's flowing away, and that mountain is only 2 mountains away from you at this point, but 3 away from the very furthest mountains, which point to the southern coast. And your gauge is that there's probably a lake, but that's probably 20 hours plus.
Okay.
Just to get to where that stream, even at a ground level, would be. You remember when you were talking with your angel and with Achekek and the sword, that this journey would probably take days, but you are rushing this in a careful way, traveling for another 15 minutes down off this cliff face towards the next one. Now you're only 2 mountains away from the biggest mountain, and still that direction of you're assuming maybe that is it. Maybe it's a mountain, maybe it's a height, something that's living in a burrow up there or something like that. There's some sort of homely tie, a familiarity basically just at this point with that mountain. And you're not even sure why, because you didn't feel that strong connection when you looked at the valley to begin with, but it's just that mountain, or at least it's just that direction. And you notice, as you land on a 20-foot wide rise, a rock, you notice 3 different moving trees. You've noticed about 1 or 2 every 500 or 600 feet. Now you notice 3 all within about 300 feet of you.
Like they're. I'll probably just observe them for a bit.
Observe them for, let's just say, a minute. It's like, not what you'd imagine out of trees, but then also you're like, oh, it kind of makes sense. It's almost like nocturnal creatures. Their movements are so slow, when you're assuming that just based on their liveness, unless they're ancient, but they don't look tall like old trees would be, they're probably just sleepwalking or something like that. This is like a state of calm movement, like how you understand fish and certain sea creatures do that same sort of constant motion, which is just weird. You're like, trees should stand still, but then they're moving so slowly and so methodically. Like you're noticing about every 15 seconds they move 1 foot, and that's been the way for the last hour you've been traveling on all of them.
I had never met a tree that moves.
You notice through the trees, as you're invisible, some sort of light goldenish, maybe firelight. It's about 80 feet up on the mountain. You've got tons of tree cover. You're only seeing that light because through the leaves there's enough good cover to give you that small glow. If you're anywhere near giant, dead, rotted trees, kind of take a step and you're covered. You're still invisible.
Yeah.
You still feel that resonating kind of misty energy that seems to be pooling off you as you have entered this hall. Like the wind is vapor as it touches your body, or there's something that, like vapor, is emerging from your skin. But you're noticing, as you take one careful look, the corner ring of a halo. 80 feet up. Not moving. Not even making you look at the whole thing. You don't see wings. Just the corner of a halo emerging from the tree cover you can see. You see the trees have been roughly moving in that direction. Very towards the hill in your...
I'll start to make my way over this direction. Trying to keep as many points of cover between me and the halo.
Pretty much using the trees. Cement. There's not as much shrubbery as you had hoped.
Yeah.
It feels even less like a jungle than you'd expect. More like just a really thick forest. But that slow building humidity has been getting stronger, very, very faintly. And you realize, like, well, this is the southernmost side of the jungles that is closest to the equator. So,
And more. Okay. I'll sort of just wait there for a little bit. I want to see if he...
Make me a perception check to try and observe him while he's not observing you. And make a stealth check for me.
Natural 20.
I've rolled 2 8s for perceptions for him and the trees. You say not 20.
So sneaky.
With invisibility.
It's plus 20.
Up.
That's plus 10, right?
Yeah, plus 20.
Plus 20! Oh my god, it's 50 or something.
So that's a 72.
Well, guys, I think we've hit the highest roll of the campaign so far. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Who would have thought invisibility, right?
That's a good stuff.
It's like all the OG D&D shows where rogues are rolling 30s. Now we're rolling 70.
72 for standing still, 52 for moving.
52 for moving.
Yeah.
I mean, even with an 8, I roll, it's good.
Pretty close.
I'm like kind of near 30, like kind of, but like a fair bit off. Take that angle. You notice there is like, from the faint corner light of the moat, you're not even staring at him directly, you're noticing the light from the moat is shining shade on a black silhouette, a flowing cloak, and a horn, and a small broken horn, and a small kind of masked creature. And then after about 20 or so seconds, you see 3 more faint, like shadowy shapes that seem to corporealize, gain more color in the corner of your vision. Bulbous, bloated, short, stubby wings, ugly toad boys. Incredibly ugly. And you notice that they are a little lower on the mountain, about only 5 or so feet. They're all perched on a ledge.
Looking gargoyle looking motherfuckers. Robert Enid looking ass. These things are so ugly. Holy shit.
I got 60 feet range of magic, so I'm just checking.
Yeah. Yeah. Good check. You're only about 90 feet away.
Okay. Because it's probably one of the deep spots.
I'm gonna say this guy. You're not gonna see Oscar at this point.
If he gets once, a few steps closer, then detect magic comes off.
Well, a few steps is a fair bit. For what he's doing right now, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna stay where I am and see if they. No. I'll just sort of watch them.
Watch as the halo, after about 2 minutes, blinks out. And then the light from these guys becomes even darker, harder to see, but you have still locked onto their shadows, outlines. They haven't moved. At least you're aware, mostly speaking, they've not physically changed spots. And then, after about another 12 or so seconds after that light disappears, you start to hear the kind of flapping of that fabric. Before those 3 toad monsters arrived, that fabric was from that thing that stood directly beside the halo creature. You're hearing that flapping slowly just kind of move off the mountain. And now, obviously, as you try to look that way, you've lost sight of it, but you're kind of hearing it up here, like flapping cloak, 1 tree closer.
If he's coming closer, I'm gonna start heading towards this direction a bit.
Okay.
I'm trying to avoid these guys as much as I can. They skip.
Notice the trees. Basically. Oh, dude, you're rolling fucking crazy right now.
26.
26. You realize that shrub was probably mostly around here and had actually been ripped. You can see all the cords that are still kind of drink, but it's here. And none of these trees look like they'd be moving shrubs intentionally.
I'll make my way towards the shrub and I'm just gonna try and pull it up. Just like a gentle lift, see if it's covering anything.
Check it. 50 feet away. Built. Dark well. Same thing.
Side. Line the hole. I feel him to pause.
You crawl under the net. That is actually quite heavy. Like it's been covered by leaves for clearly a long enough period of time. And as you pull it, you can feel, as you've pulled it out and under, you can feel the threads that are stuck to your hand. Like this rope has been long holding. This probably hemp thread has been a decade or so stiff. Because as you move it, you obviously feel and as you crawl under, you feel leaves break through, fall down, little bits.
Legs.
Pressed. It's 20 foot wide, but 10 foot long.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, both ways, but you are kind of noticing that there is at least a 50-foot drop.
I will slowly try to shimmy my way down.
So you get about 20 feet down.
Giant fucking spider down there that eats me.
And then you hear high above, in Oscar's voice, do you remember? I'm not going to do Oscar's voice. What
You remember?
Moki said when he touched the hand before you? Echoes. Then you hear Cereithriel in your mind. If we can restrain him, I will try and connect with his sword. See if what is inside cannot be reasoned with. as you are kind of crawling down, you suddenly hear, also above you, the sound of multiple wind beats. Boys descend.
Hi. Okay, that's 92, so I succeed.
So, I will let you pick, Felix. Do you want rogue guy or chubby guy?
Let's go rogue guy.
Alright.
How do you summon it? Because my character just thoughts really long, but then nothing happens.
Okay.
Little vile blood pit that
Suddenly there's like bubbling going on in that tree stuff. Slowly.
So you're hearing flapping sounds, farting sounds, spitting sounds, gargling sounds as acid sound burns, and then suddenly a kind of bubbling, almost like a bubbling vocal.
Are they like gremlins?
They have giant toads. So
Hit up, summon her undead.
Oh no.
How dare he? Kill that.
You're right, it doesn't matter. I fought really hard and desecrate the entire land.
So Oscar immediately feels your divine partner that is inhabiting you suddenly gets that choppy. And I think even now you understand this for the first time. That's its actual attempt to communicate you that there is a effect happening to the area. Like it's failing to, but it did this before in the book. So you're guessing.
It's only 20 foot.
Desecrated the 20-foot
Whole area.
20-foot radius. So any of
Is it centered on me or is it just this area?
you are.
It's an emanation.
Oh, it moves with me. I don't fart clap.
Where's my fat boy? Here's my fat boy. Okay, so
Literally just not doing anything except make
your meeting is here right now. Where do you want to be when you're doing this?
But I can summon those.
I sort of jump to the ground, but I sort of hover for a bit for my fart. Yeah,
So right here.
right there. I'm looking at the walking tree and going, right here, like.
So it just tapped Oscar. As you look up with your cone,
Yeah.
you don't get anything. Unfortunately. Just look at that.
Suffering after the hours of the tent.
Well, I'd be looking at the direction where the fart sounds.
You currently can't see the tree because you have too low a perception to detect it.
Why are this thing
That's a 15 perception.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay, I just start attacking trees. Fuck you, tree.
Considering.
Now good detect evil goes up.
Oh, yeah.
You hear this little like
I totally have a buzz on my stomach, so it's like,
you hear the failing of like chicken wings basically flapping and this horrible mouth mutilated crunching sound. Nick, what did you do? Other than chase a fly.
around.
So you're on top of the
There's no
tree,
fucking
just like
enemies
snapping up.
Is the trees an enemy? Living trees?
Well, you, as a bare perceptive creature from above, you're able to see the moving trees, but as soon as you hit ground level, you just can't tell. Because they're moving so
I'll just
slowly.
chill out there.
Yeah, you're just snapping, eating branches, just ripping them
What's
off.
there? We're just patrolling around for enemies.
You know that soon there will be a fight. You don't get summoned to a place that you hate unless you're doomed.
I can cast 8 on that.
There's no water here, so I can't chill in the water. So I'm just gonna chill up here because I can jump and
Is that
glide
the
on the
thematic?
wall and then rip them out.
Oscar see through the very thick amount of bush that is covering you above. You see a faint speck of golden light just kind of pass over you. It's so muffled by all of the layers of shrubbery, but it flies over you.
ambush.
Not really going away.
Just in the forest.
You took that child with you.
Yeah, no, you're probably on my back. That was the whole point of me bringing him.
Yeah, the captain.
Oh, yeah.
You are completely tied up and muffled.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
In fact, it would make sense that you kind of like
How
lower him
old
down.
is this young boy?
So,
I will actually lay him.
20.
oh yeah, like mid-late 20s.
If you leave him in that hole, I don't think he'll scream because if he's still the demons, probably.
Yeah, we threw him down.
Demons.
You're very careful, but you notice about 20-foot tall spikes. But there's still like there's tons of space between those spikes where you can kind of lower him down
You
to.
can lay in the
But
spikes.
you hear his butt like hit a bone and it cracks. Not his butt, but Not his tailbone. Not his tailbone. And someone else's
Spine
tailbone.
is shattered in 7 places.
I rolled a nat 16 for stealth for him.
Great. Yeah.
Whatever his modifier is.
Oh, it's a noble, so I will pull that up for you then. Aristocrats.
Nobles are naturally
They are not stealthy, but they have decent skills. You suddenly hear this like whispering, consistent, almost demonic ghost that seems to just become so inaudible at the start from just the sound of natural stuff, plus now demon frog farting, spitting, replicating sounds. This gets closer and closer to you. At first it sounds like, when you're really hearing it, it sounds 50 feet away, and then it sounds 20 feet away. That's your current point. You're hearing it like close.
I will start to.
Okay. You see, not touching the ground. That's why you couldn't hear any. You're not hearing footsteps. These creatures are flying, flapping, but then this thing is just drifting and gliding down fabric.
Soul.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll do a little look outside. Do I see anything?
You see giant toad. For your consideration, a giant demon toad.
Everything's telling me.
20 feet away from you at an angle. This creature is 25 feet, but only because it's 5 feet off the ground.
You have a plus 80 to planes.
Felix, should you pass me Perth?
You have a plus 80 to planes.
It's not a city in the country.
But I've got a plus to it, yeah. I
Jumps out, 100%. Let's move it. You just want it, yeah.
Start speaking now.
I'm going to wait. So these two, I can see these two on the trees.
Not from your very small angle there. You could just see foot of him and then bottom fabric of him.
Has the light from above disappeared at all?
Yeah, shrieked across. For mine, you have to succeed 21.
Okay. Are they both evil outsiders?
They are both evil outsiders.
Okay. Will saves?
Can you go first?
I have a plus 3. Nice. Don't fail. You know what? Fail out of care first. That's got.
So
Good job.
good.
Wow. And I got 16. For the great,
Okay.
slightly greater devil.
Oh no, 20 just succeeds.
Oh!
Nice, the toad lives. So you're smiting this
Alright,
thing.
so everyone takes 10d...
Oh, right down hell.
That's the angle.
10d6 damage.
10d6.
See, this is smite.
Holy smite.
Yeah.
So that's like an Oriole, that's a radius blast. And you're blinded.
It's smitten, idiot. You're like greater darkness.
It only has dark vision too, so that's huge.
Guys, I need 10d6.
Did you fail or succeed?
You want 10
I failed on me.
Sure. Can you succeed?
Oh, by the way, I'm the dice goblin.
You got a 20, yeah?
Yes, I got.
Thank you for telling us that you're the dice goblin.
Okay, so when you guys are ready, 20 to 25.
20.
Natural 20. 22.
2.
Maybe 18.
Should I roll for the other one or should I just have them both for the same edition?
Have them on the same, so if you want to keep track of that, that'd be basically 20, and then you got just a 20.
Pretty sure everyone is gone before.
Jump in quickly.
22. And Caden.
Right here.
Top. And Caden, can you remind me how much damage you just took?
I took 17 damage. Ended.
Alright, and Toadman, what'd you get?
5.
Hell yeah! Okay.
Oscar beat you, but I'm gonna make him go below.
So I'm not being dogpiled by one person.
Okay, I'm going to react to you killing my allies.
I did not kill any of them.
Maybe she will.
The fly is really distracted.
That's a
The flies in the tree are actually just wasps, and he's just eating them. He doesn't know the difference. These are, because you see flies in the abyss are literally blood-sucking, total mutating, Anyway. They're flies for you.
They're not spicy
They're
when they go
flies.
down. It's weird.
Sturgis? Yeah, they're just classic regular abyss flies, you know. We move into the first round of combat, starting with the man who's left the table.
Well, that's on the audio.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Ready? When you are, Caden, we begin.
So you've both my butt cheeks off.
He emerged from you heard a little rustle here, then you didn't see anything. And then suddenly from beside the tree on the opposite side that you were looking where the rustle is, radiant light. That's it. That's all that's happened. What do you do?
My buttocks down!
Inhibition.
Yes.
It's a good voice.
Alright.
You shot me!
Yeah.
Alright.
And I shit from my stomach butt and summoned a large water elemental.
There's a mouth, now it's a butt. Alright.
Stomach butt.
Alright.
What?
Alright. Where do you want to summon this guy?
Right on top of him. Okay. Thinking. Swell.
Horrible situation for this man.
What the fuck?
And
What did I
it will use this small text ability.
It's not underwater.
Oh, it's not
Only
underwater?
underwater.
Okay, it just fucking spins around and hits you a bunch.
+8 to hit.
Just 2 slams. +8?
Yeah. I think it's -4 because it's not water.
No, that makes
Touching
sense.
land.
Okay.
You can't hit me.
You know what?
We'll
What if I
drown
power
him in
attack?
dice. That's the only way.
It's a -2 +6.
We're pulling the Imperial Guard method here.
Okay, it will power attack on these 2 slams.
We
The
the
first
boys.
one
We the boys.
is a 20. The second one
Maybe Orc method.
is less than that. It misses.
More
So,
attacker.
water elemental arms come down sweeping and just smash into the stone and
Just does T-pose.
fucking shit! Literal sprinkler demon water elemental.
It is also brown, by the way. It's still water.
You're right, muddy water, yeah, that's fair.
Yes,
Just the mud, well, it's PG, right? Totally mud, guys. Anyway,
that on this session 1.
now it's Felix's turn.
Alright, the one on top, whatever I am, I'm gonna use my pounce ability as I'm gonna full glide and full BAB attack.
Okay, so you are back here. You're
That's how 40 feet away?
that's more than 40 feet away. I asked
you
what you
can
wanted to
charge.
move.
That's fine.
You get 80.
I can charge. Wait, charge is full movement?
You don't.
Okay, so I'll charge, which is the pounce ability as well.
And so you'll be able to get to him in 80 feet.
Yeah, okay.
80 feet exactly.
So, read the glide ability has the pounce effect, meaning I can full BAB into all my attacks.
All of your
There's
attacks.
2 extras.
2 extras?
You get break as well.
You've got an 80
Oh,
foot
yeah, right, yeah.
full speed.
It's 40 foot glide speed, and then charge makes it 80. Attack
I'm actually just going to remove this for my own sanity for a second.
is a 28. It's 28 hit.
Does a 28 hit Oscar?
Yeah.
Alright, kill it. So that's.
Alright, because you're running water.
19 is 32. Can you block 32
Do I make a mess?
for the crit confirm?
No, that's right. Keep going.
This is my weakest attack. Never mind, it's my strongest. That's 18 damage. And you said I get the 2 claw for the rake? Mm-hmm. Is what? Okay.
Full round, baby.
Never mind, I get another 2 more attacks.
That's right, and not a minus.
Big.
Crazy.
Remember, you're only +3 to damage.
Oh yeah, drop the crit by 2.
Yeah.
Because we're medium now, we lose strength. And drop the last one for 1. So just drop 3 damage. This one is +12 then. 20 doesn't hit. Does 25 hit? Yeah. That's creature's turn. And then the other one.
Yes, it is, same time.
Oh,
The
yeah?
other
It is
thing will
very close to.
it'll climb out.
It can do a 10 foot fall or descend.
I'm not going to do the pounce again because I feel it's cringe. It's going to try to use the acid arrow as it's going to spit at Oscar.
Okay, he's immune to damage, so just don't worry about it.
I know.
It hits the back of Oscar's head and he goes,
As if he goes.
We move. My blind demon.
yeah.
You blind.
He just, this sucks right now. He has detect good, so he just knows directionally. He's blind.
Imagine being
That motherfucker blind.
50-50
Imagine being a
mysteries.
blind spellcaster. You literally cannot do anything.
Guys, I think he's that way.
I'm trying to cast Fireball, but I actually can't because I have to see. Well,
I don't even know where the ground is.
I can't tell where it is. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So what it will do
sucks.
is it will pull something from one of its robes and
Fuck that guy.
drip a type of goo from its hand across the floor, and you realize as it goes down, it kind of starts to vaporize and forms a stink cloud.
Yay.
20 feet high, 20 feet
Stinky.
tall, 20 feet wide.
So stinky.
Radius, you need to make a fort save for Oscar. Or become nauseated.
I'm pretty sure that's like
DC 16.
30 something.
Nice.
That could have really fucked me over.
You told Nat 1, right?
I think we're immune to it.
No. My fault's not that good.
Oh,
Is it a second effect?
Actually, no, you're right, that one. Never
I
mind.
was gonna say, we move next to Oscar. Gas, farts, bombs, horrible smells. Suddenly, in the middle of a dark night, you are assailed by your senses.
To claim,
Yep.
and claim.
As we like to say, Bane, Bane, and Bane.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bane, Bane, and Bane. Well, I should have the curse one, but actually, no, I'll use the
That works as well.
Okay. So, Jakey, all of these three here, including the watermelon elemental, or not the water elemental?
Including the one.
Okay, so which? So you get 4?
So, no, on the ground,
Or just these? Oh,
on the ground, caster, and water elemental.
Yep.
I'm gonna go, I'll take an opportunity attack. I'm gonna get there. That should be out of.
So you just feel it?
Yeah.
And water elemental? Correct.
Alright. That was.
Water elemental?
Oh, also,
Okay. Water elemental? Attack of opportunity?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Attention. Your wallet.
full tip.
Against Oscar.
It was like,
As he gets out,
What is
he'll then
water
do
against
another holy smite.
Oh wow. Divine energy rippling.
Everyone's immune. Let's go.
no, not.
Well,
It's not evil.
takes half damage.
It's 5 days.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
So this might be immune to blindness.
Yeah, it would be immune to blind. They have tremor sense.
My lad, my little watery boy, my child, I love him.
My water child with no eyes. I wish I could make you see me to show how much I am visually expressing affection for you.
So the only one that doesn't take it is Kim.
Nice.
Because I rolled a 1 on you.
And apparently it's a
We're not
poop
going
monster.
in the tree.
You in
A
the tree.
poop water
Nice.
monster.
Oh my god.
So
Everyone,
you can get
Dick.
disease.
everyone will saves again.
Yep.
DC 20.
This is
That's
silly. We
puts
literally have
4 people-
endless slaves.
4 people in a line of fire, not including me. So that includes Caden,
Dumb.
that includes everyone but Nick.
One succeeds.
It didn't hit me, but it's one.
It does. It hits you.
You got that one on me.
Yeah, I didn't get past his bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. And you do a 21 on mine as well.
I already did.
Oh,
It succeeded on everyone but him.
damn, dude. Oh,
I did.
oh my god.
Is that holy? Oh, that's fine.
Holy's my hand.
Does a 19 succeed?
No.
So the demon
Blind
that's
again.
flying is still blind, baby.
Okay, well, I think it's half damage to water elemental, but he failed to also. He's not evil and not good, so.
Yeah, that's half damage.
Yeah, so he
Chill.
takes half of 5d8.
Yeah.
And then because it succeeds, it takes half. Wait,
The 3.
what are you gonna? Did it succeed on the save? Sorry.
No, got 9.
Makes sense. Yeah. Also save the 3.
What did you guys get?
One got a 22. The other
Succeeds.
got like a 5.
Okay, so he's blinded. Everyone that failed is blinded.
So one's blind and one succeeds. Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Followed by Nick.
Jump a bit closer.
Raging.
This way. All the way over. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm right up there.
Okay.
That little throat.
That's only 20 feet.
What? And I will eat a water elemental and hopefully don't fuck it up.
Another water elemental. Let's go.
What are you trying to do?
Zoom out a bit.
That's so rude. Why would you do that?
You don't have to do that.
Get your 7th water elemental, David.
David, you have 50 whatever.
Woo!
Fuck.
For the next one.
Water.
Oh, we can do it 3 times a day?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. You need a lot of water elementals, dude.
He's fucking you guys right now.
Until I can't take a fucking turn.
We can do more than one
Look,
water
the
elemental.
moment we grab him,
Nice.
this is not like ability of the explosion.
This thing goes on my turn.
It does.
It's just like, hey, we got opportunity attacks here.
Yeah, 2 attacks against you.
Oh, that's why
Am I flanking or something?
Yes, you are.
Probably, yeah. Heavily.
But
Above and inside.
Only we had water.
Excellent. It's off the turn.
It is Dark Oscar's turn.
Dark Oscar. He's not black, is he?
Yes, he is.
You feel the same energy that
Where is he?
pulled.
He can't do it from there. It's close range.
Yeah, he's 20 feet up.
Ah, okay.
So he's invisible. He's invisible. He's invisible. But I believe invisibility will drop.
Maybe, I don't know.
He will. You see for a second, golden light. Another second, he's gone again.
Roman invisible again.
Permanent invisible again.
We're just gonna make it invisible.
Just making an easy move for him. You know, he's patient. We move to top round king.
Cool.
You have 2 monsters to handle right now. Elemental,
I think
5 feet away.
the demon will go first, and he will go. Rise! And he casts control water. This is dry land, but
There's no water.
that's water, isn't it?
I wish it was.
Are we on a swampy, watery area? No.
No. I
Yeah.
asked that question earlier. It would have been helpful if that was.
Currently still in too much of a forest jungle than an actual swamp jungle.
Okay, someone have a water
God,
elemental.
I got the fucking...
Ah!
More, David.
Don't worry, David. I'm gonna start more water.
I vomit more water.
What
More.
can I possibly use the water elemental? Oh wait.
Perth.
I don't ever know. Yeah, it's fire.
A fire elemental.
I don't know why you're trying to...
If we flank you from enough angles, eventually, right?
Now look, realistically, you can basically sacrifice one of your elementals to do control water.
Oh, that's right.
reasonable.
Would you allow
But it's
that?
sacrificing your elemental. It's not you lose
That sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
you lose
I will
control, you
gladly
lose
do
physical control over it, and then it actually.
To be fair, in control water, it says you can use it on an elemental to do slow, pretty much.
Just slow
That's
it down.
I am...
But that's on an elemental.
I'm not
Basically,
strong
stopping the
enough
elemental
for
from
this.
working.
I need.
I'm gonna use black goop, giant, sucking, holding mini.
I'm just imagining it's brown.
That's 100% fair. 100% fair. So where?
On top.
On top of him!
More water elementals.
David, I don't think that's... Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I mean, doesn't that make sense? I mean, sorry, audience. It is literally a tidal wave of black.
It's just completely.
Alien jizz covering.
It's completely covering.
It isn't, from this angle, it's a tidal wave and it looks great.
You're right, it comes out the demon's dick. I'm joking, no.
No, they don't have a
Why would it have a
penis.
penis?
It doesn't.
But they have assholes?
You gave it a mouth asshole. We'll see how all of this streaming audio does because it's kind of funny. And I don't like doing it.
Okay,
Normally we can't include our streaming audio, but he likes. I think this will
I'm
work.
gonna piss.
Piss then, son. God.
okay, both my elementals will fucking... Are they flanking? Yeah.
One of them needs to move 5 feet closer.
It will.
And then they're all flanking.
Yes.
Alright. That's 10 feet range shifting. This is low.
Oh yeah, you're right. It has 10 feet of reach.
So it's still in range. But if it goes close.
They will both do slam attacks and they both have 2 slam attacks.
There's one
I
of
will
them.
roll for one of them.
Is this one yours? Okay.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay, he takes...
Oh yeah, because it's claimed.
Good.
I'm gonna see like himself.
Sorry, this one, right?
Alright, does Oscar have uncanny dodge?
No.
Okay,
That isn't one
the
thing.
one you just heard is going to attack you first.
Okay, so we can flank.
2 slam attacks,
You
both
wanna see
with
his
power
output?
attack, which is a plus
Yeah.
6.
Oh, you just got a +1.
Uh,
+2, sir.
23.
Miss.
Okay. Second one is going to slam attack you twice, both power attack. So they're only plus 6.
It is a physical.
Yeah.
Oscar is getting literally tidal
They
wave
can't do anything
assaulted,
else,
like
right?
water elementals that water doesn't exist in this space, and yet you are being assailed by
19? No, it's not.
warm,
Both miss.
very humid water, and it is just breaking over your back. And unfortunately enough for you, it's like right before the wave would be strong enough to be lethal.
It's sort of pushing you.
You kind of slide into the wave, stopping all of that force from just rupturing you.
Oscar is gaining HP.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, He's still losing too much.
I'm gonna glide over here.
And he's about to start losing HP every round.
I glide to this tree over here.
That's 60 feet away.
Yeah.
I glide here. I'm going to the tree.
Okay. Followed by Felix.
Alright.
You've got your 2 demons and 1 elemental.
So the blinded demon
No.
will summon a water elemental.
Yep.
As from its gullet comes out of its mouth.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what am I gonna do?
Are you not prepared?
Something tells me you maybe should have thought of this.
Look at the minis I've already got on there. Is that not enough?
Alright.
Clearly not. They
Fine, I'll get the giant air elemental again.
Are you doing like 9 water elementals, David?
Just think of the act
what?
in the comment. What the
Guys,
fuck is your AC?
we're doing lightning elementals now.
Well, I can't even hit that with my power attack.
Okay, if he tries to move,
I'm trying to keep us to medium-sized creatures, so we'll go with lightning.
Okay,
and if it gets really
so
bad, we'll
Phil, can you just try to jump over here but
Sir.
hold your axe?
Since I'm
Also-
blind and I tried to move, I tripped and fell because I rolled that one for my athletics check.
There we go.
It's acrobatics.
One of those will. It's blind, so it's just not accurate. Look there. So I failed the acrobatics check and I ate shit and I fell to the ground.
That one, okay. Makes sense.
This one will run at Oscar to make 1 slam attack.
Okay, yeah, it can do it if it goes this way. Underneath this demon that's blind.
They have an immaterial form.
And
They
it
can
is
go
like
through each other as well.
True.
So,
There's tons of space.
alright, what's the plus? 8?
This is about
Plus
how I
legs,
expected
plus
this one to go.
You're surrounded by
Does a
water
26 hit?
No.
26 doesn't hit?
No.
Oh shit, he's getting that 20.
Yes.
That's crazy.
You include the flank bonus.
Monk.
Yeah,
Is it plus 4 to flank or plus 2?
plus 2. So it's only plus 10 to hit.
Yeah, guys, you want to hit? His AC is 28.
Okay, so we need an 18 or higher.
If it's power attack, you need a 20 with like
It is literally water. I mean, you're just moving into the water, taking a bunch of the weight into the slide.
Alright,
of the
now the
motion.
demon that can see is going to
Flowing.
take a 5-foot step and I guess full baby.
You're not your mode. Oh, you mean 5 step into me? Yeah.
5-foot step into you, full baby. So let's go for a bite attack.
Dang, dang.
Yes. Let's go for a claw attack.
Plus 2 on all of these.
Plus 2 all.
Oh,
You forgot to do your
also.
You
Yes.
forgot to do your damage.
Claim damage.
Claim
Yeah,
damage.
yeah. Thanks, David.
4.
You take 5 damage. You have a minus 3 on all of your attacks. So you have just an overall minus 1.
Because
Okay,
of the
I
whole.
need a nat 20 to hit.
When everyone that's claimed takes a minus to the number of claimed people on attacks against
Oh,
them.
wait, never mind. Okay, nat 19. I hit 1 attack. Great. I hit 1.
You gotta do extreme things in this campaign.
9 damage.
Okay.
That's
So total damage, just 9.
9 damage out of 3 attacks.
That's pretty good.
Don't worry, Felix. You might, out of your 3 attacks, do more damage than Dark Hospital will do claiming also.
Hey, it is a lot of damage to that claim now. 3d4.
5 damage.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
It was retribution for you. He took the same
I
amount.
did. I'm helping you.
Alright.
That's good. Like, I really like that one. He's cute.
The overseer that you don't
Does that mean it's
understand.
my turn?
It is now your turn.
So I'm getting absolutely fucking dog pile.
Water sluts hitting you from every.
I'm gonna go
Side by side,
this
just-
guy and the big one behind me.
Right, alright.
This isn't bold in the game, bro. Everyone can see it 360 vision at all times.
Yeah, this is bonus game. You can't see shit if there's slightly a curvature.
Okay. As a standard
This is
action.
divinity. If you turn around to attack someone else, I can backstab you for free.
You're being real fucking annoying.
As a standard action, he
You're
is
being
annoying.
very mean.
Felix being annoying? Impossible.
No, your character.
Yo, I
Felix,
had
you're being
2
fun.
veins.
man.
Felix, I love you.
Melee.
I'm gonna use Tip the Hourglass. So I'm gonna make a single attack against you.
I'm gonna use Skin the Sand Shrew.
I love that ability.
Oh yeah, let's go back here.
Okay, so I have a plus.
Felix is
I'm gonna use Glide the desert wind. I'm gonna use Tickle the Pink Foreskin.
Tickle the pickle.
Oh, dude.
They have DR5 against everything.
Dash nothing.
26 damage.
26 damage. Holy shit, it's gonna be a day.
Whoa.
No.
Boy.
And then oh,
FD.
my turn.
You should have probably smiled.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you should just do that every time.
yeah, I'll just do that every time. Why would I try to use my claws abilities?
Different rooms doing stuff. Nick, what are you gonna do?
More water elemental.
I'm gonna go find a water elemental.
That is not the answer, guys.
Guys, I'm actually just. This is gonna be the dumbest fight ever. I love it. Build me up and being really strong and powerful like a fucking dog bomb by 9 water elementals. What the hell is Keter doing back there?
He's looking for one more elemental.
I found a dolphin.
I feel like
You're not gonna be your first dolphin.
I think like one of these demons could have been enough to kill me.
I moved closer and I should have water elemental onto him. Sorry,
Yeah.
I spit it.
Okay.
I want to kill one.
What do you want to do?
Right next to him.
No.
No?
Right next to him.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that dolphin's sick though.
Alright.
It's medium, dude.
And there's someone another one. Did you move?
No.
Will it generate the amount of water we can control?
You're
control
sacrificing a water elemental for.
Absolutely, I will do that.
I will gladly have some water power.
Hey, I'll do it for you. Big sludge.
And this first followed by Felix.
He explodes and generates a 90-foot square.
Tell me which one, because this is your first.
Did you know that one? Yeah. It has,
This is your first. This is one that is
Which one's
taking
the
damage.
claimed one? That one.
that one's the one with damage. Where's the ruler?
Yep.
Okay, so it's like this and half again.
Good.
Square footage. Like this. Yeah, that works. That and that. The entire area, 18 feet of water.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
No. All right.
Alright, now that you're in halved water, you take a -3 to all attack rolls.
He's only in that for one round because that thing will disperse quickly. But yes, let's say that above it's a shower that hits like a wall, and suddenly Oscar is just waist high in water.
Just
This slosh, it's not water. It's thick, murky, black and brown. At this late at night, it's more like swamp water has just drenched you.
I love that.
A new swamp has formed.
okay.
Topography of environment altered.
By
New rivers
remaining,
So now the low elves don't get a -4 now.
they
You're
do
not getting
not.
-4, and that was just the one
They
sacrifice.
effectively get a +5.
They get +3.
Okay, so now
Oh, yeah,
now they all have a super buff in this area because of but it only lasts one full round.
If I cast control water again to raise the water even higher.
Yes, you can. Well, no, it's more like keeping it in space because currently it's all spreading out.
Well, if you do that,
Don't
I
take that much.
could do whirlpool. I could do whirlpool
pretty low.
and keep it in the center.
Whirlpool, I'm not going to say you have enough unless you're holding the water in.
Yeah.
So like whirlpool will just keep
Kill
shooting
more.
the water out, but if there's not enough water to retain, then it won't work.
We're getting
So you need control water to retain whirlpool.
Whirlpool.
Beautiful.
Wait, you can do
Felix's turn.
Oh no, that's my elemental stuff.
I mean, Felix, you did the elemental after. You could have done the elemental first.
I didn't.
Let's forget it.
Alright,
Felix.
claim damage.
5 damage.
5 damage. Alright, so that guy's on 21 HP. The other guy's on.
King shit.
They both take 5 damage.
Your other claim guy?
Yeah, I took both of you guys, I think.
Yeah, you do. You have the water elemental and the
8 damage.
the demon.
8 damage.
Should make a
Other guy, holy
reflex
shit.
save.
But not your main demon, your summon.
Also,
No, demon's dying. He's
Yeah.
in the middle.
anyone on the ground that's not a water
Oh, yeah,
elemental
open,
needs
right.
to make a reflex.
Yeah, Felix, what was that reflex save you were talking about? Oh, no, Caden, you said.
When you're in the whirlpool, you make 2 reflex saves.
Oh, yeah, okay.
One to see if you get a charge of slam attack against you, and another to see if you get dragged by the
So the
whirlpool.
start of next round, you'll be able to do whirlpool damage because he's
Well, that's a
not
little.
Oh, nice.
Slam you twice.
because now the water is maintained. One move.
Holy shit. That was a +10, I believe. 26 misses.
Oh, 26.
Oh, yeah, no,
28.
it's +11. It would be. 27 misses.
Am I off balance? What is being a water demon?
So, being a water halves your damage.
Okay.
-2 halved. If you go off balance, you lose your AC bonus. You lose your dex bonus for your dodge modifier.
Okay.
But you succeeded the swim save.
So yeah, there's no.
So that's really good.
So, not yet.
You're buoyant right now. Alright, my boy, it's
So, 1 slam attack hits.
You're
Wait, is it just 1d6 or is it?
I know, I think it's 2d6.
No, it has a
Control
lot of
Roger.
fucking effect.
I have the attack here, so I don't know what it is.
Okay.
It is a 28.
Oh.
Alright, so that's just 9 damage for first slam attack.
Just my man.
And then the demon will do a multi-attack on you for all free.
Is he unaffected by this one?
He has swim. However, I can't roll high for shit, so I miss every attack.
So you have a demon toad just kind of swimming around you and making bites at you as you are literally just you are facing it and kicking its face to keep it away while you tread water basically.
Ouchies.
Ouchie. Alright, is that your whole turn? Reflex for Oscar?
2 reflexes. 1 to see if you get hit by a slam attack, and another to see if you get dragged around. You're probably going to succeed. But DC 17.
Cool, okay. Well, it would have been more helpful if you were restrained or whatever, but that's fine. So the demon that was blind, you see from underneath its cloak a black inky tendril wraps around one of your shoulders, holding you up. How that might not hit still though. That's 23. Can you? Okay. So as it grabs onto you, the water current just kind of naturally washes it off, and you kind of unravel yourself. And then you notice that it is floating, but it is 5 feet away from you, and you realize its hands are just reaching for your face. I get to make 2 claw attacks.
Nice.
The 12 is a 30.
Yes.
And the 5 is a 23. So, as it tries to basically gouge your forehead, not even your eyes, just your forehead, tries to nail in. Ouchie. Man, if I had rolled high, it's going to crit.
There's how much less funny this would have been if David was controlling the enemies. He would have been like, I'm gonna claw you to death, man. Then he would have blown them all up 17 times.
That would be 7 fucking water elementals.
David would have been like, you know what, I'm gonna summon 1 water elemental at a time.
I would have summoned 3. Okay, 15. 4 plus 7. And then, that's its turn. Starting your turn. You take horrible 5 again.
Okay.
You live.
Sure, don't really care. I'm not gonna move anyway. That's 6 fucking attacks on a journey.
And then fucking whirlpools surrounding you.
To be fair, oh no, we can all hit you now because one more.
Yeah, we're in water now. We're not fucking 3 demon frogs and half of the fucking Pacific Ocean starts insulting me.
They burst like confetti, but their water bursts just annihilate you. Jake's mic.
Is it off now?
No, it's all good. It's battery stuck. Keep going.
I wish I was that man.
We have Sperry's.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to do. I'm just gonna cast Blade Barrier around me.
Fucking gnarly. Alright, I'll get the 5.
Opportunity attack, you didn't save cast it.
You have to do a thing.
I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
Big thinking.
If you're gonna do it, that's the plan.
There you go, unload on him.
Counter spell.
Because you're in the wild pool.
Also, if you're casting underwater, you need to do
spell
it.
level check to cast the spell from the
You
tree.
do DC 15 plus spell level check.
That's an
plus
8
spell.
level spell.
Wait, what do you get?
Yeah, I went to the south.
You won't do it, so everyone gets attacks.
You need to get a 20
I succeeded.
I failed. Did you?
for casting level.
It's a concentration check. I know what that uses.
Cost
I
level
saw
plus whatever it is.
Well, so you succeeded on the
I succeeded on my
detection.
caster for the whirlpool.
Nice.
Okay.
Everyone gets an attack of opportunity against me.
Oh, yep. So, alright, so you miss Felix's and then
It's a giant whirlpool going in one direction. The blade barrel in the other direction.
Also, you have to do a concentration check for every attack.
I'm aware.
you give me the edges with these 3 of your blade barrier, and then I'll mark the inside when you redeem.
Here.
Good chance.
I'm immediately down.
There you go.
So, what does what was this? Is this the elemental Felix, or did you make this the toad?
The one that hit?
Yes.
That was the water elemental.
Okay. So, how does your water elemental submerge Oscar into darkness?
So the water elemental starts slamming as it starts going into his mouth orifice. As it starts to
Mouth orifice.
Check.
There's a moment of Oscar gasping for breath, and then a torrent of muck and water pummels you, winds you,
So good.
causes every part of your body to feel like it constricts and then sort of seizes in pain. And there's like 2 seconds or 3 seconds of remaining conscious awareness. You hear this strange tremor, even in this water, this quake. That sounds more like it comes from above you, like a mountain is landing on you. Suddenly, that 3 seconds passes, and then 3 more seconds pass, and you're faded. Everything is dull, no sense of consciousness, no feeling in your body. But your actual inner chest holds tight to the fragment of air that hasn't been sucked out. That lasts for you 6 seconds. You start to drown. And then you start to feel the current. It was pulling you before, but then when that quake sound happened, it seemed like the current just stopped. Now you're getting dragged. Sliding. You feel yourself hit stone, and that pain, sensory awareness triggers you for just 1 singular second more. And you realize your forehead has emerged from water, and you pull consciousness of your body to move an inch. And your nose emerges out. And you guys. Situation change for you.
My body explodes.
Oscar, the Dark Oscar, your leader, started to get grabbed by the tree that was closest to it. Giant toad. Kate?
Yep.
You also are getting grabbed by a tree that's back here that's moved up and is just so slow in its motion, you don't even notice it. There's a 6 second period. Someone move these minutes, but he's like, and you feel, or you notice that this rock chunk just lifts. Earth emerges beneath it,
Rock is a lot.
and an entire mountain just squishes the group.
Yes, you picked up.
All of you demons die.
Right, book.
I'm gonna do grass.
I'm
You
already
have-
dead.
Yeah.
This is right after Oscar's turn, so technically Nick doesn't get a go.
Yeah.
But all of you guys have got a go. So
He went rock.
a mountain lands on the group.
Water elementals
Wanna zoom out.
Better not.
And Oscar wakes.
I don't know. Why are they just slashing and blazing either?
What's that? It's like the like mid end point. You are bobbing.
My favorite move.
You're bobbing.
You're
Your
bobbing.
chest has enough oxygen in it from the inhaling of your nose. You were doing it subconsciously. Your mouth, like the moment you were actually awake and your body wasn't just trying to fight for you. Maybe it was the angel inside you that was trying to do this for you or helping you do it. But you realized you couldn't breathe, or you tried to inhale through your mouth for a moment. You just suck in a mouthful of sweaty muck water, and then you, with that like disgusting sensation, you pull your head up. You're gently bobbing down a 10-foot wide stream in complete blackness.
Where the hell am I?
Teleported from water. You don't hear the flapping. You don't hear the of the whirlpool that was happening 6 seconds
Do I feel
ago.
like I'm in like the world, or is it just a dark river?
It's like a river that is shallow to a degree, like your feet lean back down and you feel it about 6 feet. So your head technically couldn't stand up in this, but it's low. And then you look around and it's just like it's confusing because it's so dark, but you swear you see like the edges of dangling pieces of something hanging from the ceiling, like root strands that have just hung frayed.
You're in hell.
Can I try to stand?
He's trying to stand.
You kind of feel like the edge of the bank.
Shut up, drowned boy.
Man, you're so mean to me.
Feel as you try to step onto the little edge of the bank of this river, of this new water path that you've never experienced. You woke in this water. You feel tiny little branches, twigs and stuff that you're kind of pushing aside. The water is, to a tiny degree, actual muddy, but mostly fluid and proper water.
It's proper disgusting, man.
You felt what your body kind of tapped against that woke you was the rock behind you, and you can see these like sheer rock curves. You kind of feel it like more on like the right back side, but it's also like right side as well. So like temple.
Ethereal, are you still there?
Do not feel your sword.
Jeez,
You're not. Maybe you're a dwarf with the shield, buddy.
You do cock ring?
Psychic. You there?
You lost to yourself.
I feel like I didn't.
It's just him. That was the 1v1
Yeah,
cost.
that was not my smartest, right? Demo, are you there? Caleb?
Feel your back, and that plate is missing.
Okay, looks like
You made it.
You didn't need 3 seconds.
all of my clothes have been
Mostly melted, yeah. He's just got that like bottom garment now. All of the top stuff he's got that Bucky look, like just always ripped. No, only pants.
3 rounds.
Where are we at, Jacob?
Floating under mountain concealment.
What happened?
Hell.
See it?
I did not. Something powerful I felt, but could not sense. And now it feels everywhere. We are underneath.
That's
Play shift time.
I'm out. We should probably get to the end of this river then.
Hopefully, no river leads out.
Try to catch some rest. This warp seems pretty polluted. Try to wake me up if anything moves.
Swoof back. Under and in this dark abyss, it is both alarming. There is no noise of other creatures, life, or anything like that, and comforting to a degree that those toads jumped on you the moment you revealed yourself. You were assailed too quickly for one to deal with alone, with unprepared.
It's like they knew I would be here. It's almost like I told them I would be.
It is unlikely they took the child.
Yeah, he's probably in a pit.
Drowning.
Yeah, he's probably drowning.
Really don't.
We should probably try to get him back.
Oscar did only want to kill them.
John said something about him being necromantically powerful.
Maybe he can bring him back, like he did to your family.
Hopefully they don't find the hole.
It was the hole you came out of. I think they found it.
Well,
Hopefully your sword is floating away.
I think Surithra will
Fly kind of
10 feet around.
snapping that thing over the fucking knee.
Demon's just like.
and turn itself into like a fork, so it can be really
The worst
slow.
part is the moment evil touches it, you're nauseated and there's no save. You're just sick, and it's bad for you guys. You definitely kill it, destroy it if you could. And then you're just drifting, and you're in and out. That voice, when it first talked to you, when you first woke up and it spoke to you, between that and just now, like it's probably been 10 minutes, but you faded out, so it could have been hours. And then you feel the water just kind of slowly, your butt is touching the base of this river. And then after about another minute, when your butt first buoyantly bounces against the bottom of the small new river, you feel the stream just kind of wash you onto a still very wet patch of soil. But a patch that now makes, or at least as you kind of, your head kind of like slides into a little bit of mud, the river water not strong enough to push you any further. You realize you're still in some sort of tunnel, but then your perception or awareness of this tunnel seems to, not the path that you were just on, the river, but as you look forward, it seems to just constantly grow or get wider, or at least your awareness of the whole tunnel has been narrow. Now, maybe only because you're more conscious, maybe it's been wide the whole way back. It's still really, really dark, and with no Surithra, that power light that you can summon is missing. But you see the very furthest distance of that darkness where you are trying to make an observational guess to the size of this underground cavern. You see a little faint speck, kind of warm white light. Like there's a little hint of yellow, but it's mostly white.
Please don't be another fight. Okay, let's walk towards it.
It's familiar.
I'll slowly start to walk forwards. Rocks nearby. I'm a monk, I can punch people. I'll just walk.
You feel little like embedded rocks in the ground of the earth, and you're like, these rocks are deep in mud, annoying as hell to pull out if you even did, but then they could be 5-10 feet deep. You're aware that this cavern is mostly just dirt ceilinged, little strands of roots that kind of gently hang, like they brush past your shoulder. You're in almost like this underground, swampy jungle cavern. And it doesn't feel safe. Despite how you've been traveling, now that you're becoming more aware, it just feels, as you're watching always consistently, little bits of something fall from the roof. Either it's rock or it's little frayed bits of dirt and vine. That you hear slowly as you're moving closer, and that little faint prick of light doesn't seem to get wider, but it does seem to get brighter. And could be because it's still a great distance away, but you hear from a Cheke, "It doesn't want me here. I will try and recede. Hide myself from it. It is not negatively bound.
Does it seem evil?
It channels positive energy. It is heavily diminished.
So it might be.
It doesn't want me to be here." Not unless it's permanent. And you feel that voice, as it was speaking, slowly dull.
Let's go here on your own. Stupid fight.
The sound of that water fades behind you.
Jeez. 3 weeks ago, you were. Tell him to be the giant. He's gonna be himself.
Little stones descend behind you, shakes, constant micro quakes.
You can really go up from here.
As you feel a little gust of wind behind you, and then you realize that a large chunk of the cavern you've just walked through has just collapsed behind you.
Lovely. Just going out there.
Winning.
You notice that little bit of water that's still kind of merging through is basically stopped completely because of that collapse.
Start to move slightly faster.
And you reach a place, and you're not sure, because at first you see, with that light getting brighter, you realize it's like obviously an actual crack in the wall, not an opening.
Great.
And you're noticing though, there's these like small sprouts of grass, barely grown out of what is very damp soil, now in this area where that, of a visible radius, that speck of light has become a small, tiny fissure, but that fissure is maybe only 300 or 400 feet away. Your eyes are so locked in on the darkness, on everything, but then that little bit of grass, small, tiny, faint pink and yellow flowers become sporadic about 200 feet away from that crack.
You'll sort of see the flowers.
You notice that those flowers they look like they should be, like, they are 5-petal blooms, but they are wilted, and they don't look like they are able to spread. They look like they've been restricted in this place. And maybe that little faint crack of light is the only reason that they, 200 feet away, are able to even just emerge from the ground. Little pinks, as you walk on, those pink sprouts slowly kind of become more and more, barely more and more open, but they're still very small, very frail flowers. And then you reach that crack in the wall, and you realize that the cavern behind you may be expanded to a width of 30 feet. But it was relatively long, and there, at this point, this 200 feet away, you notice that there is an immense portion of roots that are causing this, like as if this cavern was made through the aid of the trees and the roots of the ground. But then you're pretty sure that there was no river, there was no stream. This had to have been caused by your interaction with the demons. Unless you've been teleported and you're unaware. But then how would this cavern be formed? How are you in it? Why does it look like nature is coddling this small tunnel?
Does the crack seem?
In width, it's about 1.5 inches.
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
the depth of it looks to be about 3 feet. 3 feet of stone. You notice on the other side,
So,
you crack through seeing dawnlight. But like, for you, and you're very aware of the shades that kind of You can't see the sky, but you can see through the canopy a faint pink. So you know it's not even 6 a.m. yet.
It's crack.
Might have been unconscious for several hours, at least that's what you're predicting. But you notice that as you've looked through that and you see up, there's that canopy, very jungle-ish. You're noticing that there's another what looks like a small hole in a rock edifice of a hill, not a mountain rock, but a hill rock that's about 40 feet tall and about a 10-foot wide, 10-foot tall hole. You can see a faint amount of smoke. It's just kind of exiting that hole and drifting up, licking the top of the cavern opening.
So this is like tiny crack.
It's an inch wide crack, and for you to see through, you're guessing that cavern on the other side of your visage is probably close to 150 feet away.
Is there anywhere else to go?
You feel up, and a thick netting of roots holds this ceiling. Where before it was very just like visibly dirt packed and with strands of loose roots, now it's like a webbing above it.
That end.
With a crack.
So, hello? Can you hear me? I need a little bit of help.
I guess make a diplomacy check for me. I'm guessing you're doing this in common?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad, 20.
Should have been quiet.
Yeah, immediately. 5 fucking
escape
water
from us.
elementals appear behind me.
Pull through and
Get it,
just drown you. Yeah, it's the perfect hole to drown him. I mean, it's yeah, drown the dude.
Got one left today. Really thirsty.
You watch as now there is no noise of Chekek in your mind. You see at first what looks like a faint glow from inside of that cavern hole 150 feet away. I mean, there's no way that he heard you.
Are you sure you yelled?
And then, but you yelled 150 feet, you're hoping.
Not super loud. Just because there's not a lot of way that audio can project through it.
And then
I mean, no, he heard me.
you're seeing robes of some kind, black, like the demon that Oscar healed. It drifts past the crack. There's still that light in that hole, in the distant cavern opening.
So
That
just
drifts past. Make a perception check for me.
I don't know. Yes.
Alright, 25 is just your DC to notice that while the fabric was real, what looked like grey skin underneath was mostly transparent and was faintly like a dark layer matching the cloak. So you kind of saw like the edge of the arm, the wrist, and the hand releasing a smoke. But mostly also the hand was transparent. And then after a few seconds, you suddenly see this very, very strange looking mask slot itself in front of the crack. You see there's a kind of chunk out of the corner of that mask that's like this red color, but it's mostly white, curvature pattern. It's not elven, it's not sylvan, it's not fey to any degree that you understand. But you see it's almost like a symbol of a series of stars. There's this red, and there are these small, tiny little yellow dots.
Hello?
And then you're left for minutes.
Shit.
Plane shift to the hole.
Check it, is there anything you can do here?
Gets me down into its spirit size.
No response.
It's alright.
3 minutes have gone by.
Hello?
You
I don't know if
definitely,
you heard me before. I need help.
you definitely saw that cavern hole had a new glow to it that wasn't there before, a kind of fiery interior glow. There's been no movement, not that you've seen. Just as you groan, you hear this faint, like, thud behind you. You see there's about 15 or 16 different roots that are hanging far lower than they were before. And you notice a masked, faintly blue cloaked figure.
Jesus.
Its hands are kind of just like together but in its lap. It's standing. There's this immense momentary terror muddled with a familiarity that is terrifying. Because it's like, I've dreamt of him, or I've seen him. Your mind knows that inspires muddled memories. She literally blurred the symbols of dark gods she didn't want you to know about. You know your mind has been tampered with, and so that cursed, insidious understanding in your own mind that all your memories aren't clear, the familiarity connection just terrifies you more. And he doesn't say anything.
Hey, Tesla. I will put my back to the wall.
To the crack. You see the roots that are hanging all around him seem to slowly just drift back up into the roof. Like a veil behind him.
Through these roots. All these roots. These. Poltergeist. So he just goes up, he starts listening to them.
And then watch as he kind of walks towards you. That's all he says. And then he walks towards you, and that voice, I didn't imitate it perfectly, I'm gonna fix that in a second. So my brain is like, this voice is a fucking nail in the coffin I have to do.
We'll place that up first.
But it is identical to the whispered voice that you heard talking to your sister about an old wives' tale. That's something that she said, she felt it in the Western land. Something like connected to you.
Searching.
Am I? You see it walks towards the crack in the wall, and the crack just kind of opens. Like a womb, revealing a door, revealing an opening. Stone just merges before he doesn't move his hands. He simply walks towards the crack, and the crack just, without making a single sound, like as if it is water, reveals a kind of 6-foot wide opening. Split. And you notice this kind of forested grass patch. And there's about 20 or 25 of those pink wilted flowers you saw in the cave behind you. Open, bright, spread. Small, naturally formed garden which kind of spreads out loosely in the direction of that little cave opening. And as he reaches that opening, he just turns back, just holds out his hand. You've come at the right time, child. I don't know his style, so. Leave your stories behind and sit in the dark beside them. We must talk a while more and think about the morning. Old Raz must teach you the right road and keep your feet from wandering. And then he withdraws his hand as you got slightly closer. And then his white-robed man just slowly walks towards that cavern, slowly walking, parting his path. He seems to just walk around the field of flowers, small spreading of them, making sure to, walking very calmly, I wouldn't say more than 20 feet around, looks walking almost like an old man.
Just cautiously try to follow his footsteps.
Okay.
Step on land.
Oh wow.
Booby traps here.
Right? Here, kind of quiet, like
Going to that cabin.
you can go anywhere. All things belong to themselves, just as you belong to yourself.
Confused.
Yes, get it.
I'm fairly certain I drowned like an hour ago. How did I end up here?
Well, divine power, he says. Now he's maybe 50 feet away from the opening of his cabin, and you're still 60 feet back. And he just looks like he kind of does a shrug.
So I take it that means that you are the Avatar, maybe?
Turns around and walks into the cabin. Okay. Now that you're actually walking through and past these field of flowers, the smell is like a true, even stronger rosary smell. Like rosemary mixed with the kind of floral smell of a rose.
Yeah.
So two very kind of unique, different smells that seem to kind of just like merge and twist, and they don't fit together, but they are distinct smells that side by side kind of
Make a rose.
are more potent than any rose that has grown inside of the city that you've smelled.
Is it like more potent? Is it like a more pure, like it almost like blocks out every other scent kind of thing?
Very much so. Like the strong smell of soil in the cabin you were just in erased any smell of those flowers. And yet now with a small amount of light, these flowers have bloomed, and you're noticing that is probably, at least at large point, the releasing the way that these flowers bloom. But you don't notice any other flowers on the ground. Not in proximity. I mean, you notice weeds, you notice small kind of weed daisies. You walk into a small cabin where you notice there is a log, small kind of fire that's dug out of a portion of rock, kind of like a cabin chimney. You notice basically a table made very roughly of wood, tree chopped, not sanded, not kind of weatherproofed. You
grabbed and placed.
You notice around you as you've been walking in are like wood shavings. The smell of a kind of pine wood, relatively old, yet still has that kind of sandpaper or sandalwood smell. Sometime. I'm sure you'll know more about this in time. Maybe this is a little simple, but I come back here. I picked this spot in the FANGS and returned it to the peace I missed when I left. It took over 2 centuries of cultivation without the use of my innate power. This land doesn't belong to us for one to tend it alone. That would be too big of a burden to put on one's shoulders. But quietly, the voices inside can be difficult where noise is abundant. Nature, here in the forest and groves, let the nature's noise grow and groove around you. It can be balance. You may just find that how they grow matches your own way.
This isn't.
I suppose it's a sanctuary. I suppose. Can decay in there. Mid-Soul said that there was only 2 sides to a coin. But his logic has one small, almost insignificant miscalculation. When a coin is thrown enough times, no matter how bad both sides are, eventually the coin will flip standing up. A third outcome is always possible if everyone who sees no chance at succeeding reaches for another future. That is why I have come here, to find out the third path that Mitso knew could be possible. But his pride blinded him. And you're like the flipping of the 2 coins. You heard Mitso say that when he was a cursed floating spider monster and you had to kill Moki. That was that moment. He wasn't there. That wasn't even when you had talked to your... That was before... Oh, sorry, after, when you talked to your sister about him.
Because she died watching technically.
How long?
Yes.
Oh, many decades ago. I started. The night of House Death. He came here. He wanted control, both the power born within him and the power forced on him by the Blood God's ascension.
Find it.
He left my hut in a worse state than when he first arrived. I couldn't say I treated him without hostility. He was on edge, and so my cautious approach antagonized his fear of weakness. He came to me in a state I had never seen a mortal in, since I had felt his departure from this world. Yet he still moves forward. His fortitude for curses has kept a powerful spark of magic inside his dead shell. It's a perversion of nature, born from the eclipse poison only extracted from the bone marrow of an ancient moon dragon, and drunk in a very old ritual to make immortal soldiers. Centuries ago, they were called Deathbringers, and he might be the last, and maybe the strongest. Marcus Valentina. If you see him, reminding him of his true name may buy you some needed seconds to speak with him. His name has been forgotten by all those who share his spark.
Okay.
For there have not been many to visit me, but the ones that do are important.
Sorry, this is a lot. Marcus Valentine
That's right.
saying he came here and he became worse. He proceeded more.
He had made some decisions that had kept him trapped in a state of guilt, of which my remedy could not cure. The torch that I had, that I was trying to show him, must now be passed to you. Old Raz is a hermit. He doesn't like to interfere with the great deeds of those who responsibility it has been handed to. Responsibility is something that one holds alone. But I can offer some old man pointers, if that's of any aid. And training. After all, Inspires sent you to me. He must be real desperate not to lose you. Let's hope she doesn't.
It's like he's always a step.
You see, he says, "Why don't you tell me what happened when you went into the book?" And then you see him turn to a corner, a wall slowly forms a stone faucet. And you see a faint amount of liquid just start to drip out. And he just puts a cup, stone mug.
PTSD.
No. And then he turns back to you.
Sit down.
You start to tell him. You talk to him about the kind of lapse in control, the breaks in your memory,
The vision.
and then
Where I work.
the kind of shocking change in perspective from your new reality, exiting the book the second time. You know, in two sequences, things that happen. Do you tell him the threats inside the book, or do you just kind of tell him your experience?
Probably not hugely detailed.
But he mentioned a Sephira to you, so you tell him, like, there was a child of a Sephira in there, and he doesn't seem to react. There's no expression. There's a mask. And you notice that the mask is kind of like, it's similar to the ghost, but there's not that red thing. And that demon mask that you first saw that your Dark Oscar healed, that had like more like a skull mask. So 3 different masks at this point in the matter of, a few hours.
See.
You hear, after you were talking, after you tell him, your task, Oscar and Isora, is to face both of them, Valentina and yourself.
Like, fight them?
Let's not talk about what you have to do after that, but yes. A test of sorts to see what you are worth and to see if your strength, after I help you, is strong enough to face the awakened daughter of death, or Desia.
I don't even know.
It's very likely that she has stayed hidden due to the Iridi spark you have been dealing with. His very presence and unpredictability has kept evil from making any major moves, and likely now, with his return and departure, most of the weak evils that turned back to the shadow to wait him out will slowly start returning.
So
The boy has given you a moment of space to take some deep breaths, to get your head straight.
it's fight. Give us. Please.
He stands up and walks over with a stone mug. You see it is actually steaming, even though the faucet wasn't steaming. And he just hands it to you. Puts it next to the log which you've been sitting beside, and then gently taps the top of your head. You're not going to try and kill a creature that probably cannot be killed. Some can learn more from soldiers than they can from hermits. The same experience can be more relatable. Inspirus wanted a tool, you, to guard the borders. At least the western lands would all but make them obsolete. When I was ordered to guard the edge of Brandgate a millennia ago, was to ensure that the races, like the Iridi, arriving from the lands, from other lands, were safe from the savages' intuition of the banished ones. And for centuries I saw nothing but the cruelty. I forgot what love there was in humanity. From the face-to-face valleys of King's Bay, I thought it had died. Yet I did not see the evil roots underneath, likely because they were waiting for the century I would drop my guard. Most humans I met said that there were no do-overs. Criminals were evil, just like orcs or savages. But that's due to their individual lack of patience, of discipline, and a lack of results. But most humans would rather forget the misery of life and return to their idle lives, forgetting the mistakes of today and yesterday for a chance of reliving yesterday. But justice, as Inerta saw it, was a chance for each moral life to learn the heroics, justice, and triumphs in change. The mortal death of comfort, or of a self in the spiritual sense. It allows space and time for our old selves to reflect upon our actions. He sows into you these moral concepts that are just old. Nothing is new to him, and yet everything he teaches you regarding wisdom is like Inspirus in terms of obscurity, but just a little more level-headed, and yet still a little further out of reach for what you can understand. So there are things in what he says that are applicable, but he's observing humanity from a third-person perspective. And you understand there is a lot of wisdom in him, but his wisdom is seemingly fixed on not even specifically humans, but the Iridi. Talks about his awareness of them coming from the southern lands, speaks of their birthland, he speaks of their first arrivals, and he speaks about the elven ships from the south, of basically raiding elven ships that would take humans that were leaving the southern land. the threads of good that I sowed into all hearts, the noble and pure strength of human ambition. Oscar, that is the only thing in them I need you to save. Despite their upbringing, their inner strength is not immutable. There are times where there are times where one path becomes two. Turn away now, and you'll never return to the path.
Same as
All they were once. And in some way, if you're strong enough, they are still. Just like the trees on the coast, evil that has the intellectual advantage in time has seen your attempts at saving the city. Because of your attempts at doing good, you have been marked for evil. You've been marked for evil greater than you can comprehend. So the evils that now hunt you are more aware of your broken connection to the divine. You can use that. Use the angelic and dragon vessels tied to you as a false flag. Saying there's a dragon vessel attached to you, but you don't have that sword, nor do you hear it.
This guy's Canadian, I just realized.
He's like Canadian and Scottish.
I'm just here Canadian.
It's at the highest points of my octave, it just goes Canadian. You know what I mean?
I mean, for sure, dude. Renegade, people are Canadian.
I have been genuinely trying to get down this
You're right, War Crime
for
Central.
so long. It's like quiet Scottish, but it just turns Canadian every time.
If anything fits a peaceful godlike entity, it's
Canadian.
or like
See, human.
Look, all Canadians are
He's not
godlike
awesome.
entities.
But his hands are
That
human.
makes sense.
Human size.
Yeah, human size. He's with the mask, with this blue hood still over him. He probably just crests 6 feet tall.
Obviously an elf.
You can use that. Use the angelic and dragon vessels tied to you as a false flag, knowing that they already see you, but not letting them see the full extent of your new accumulated power. Cerithriel hides from you, just as you must hide Cerithriel from them.
wait.
Level
You
man.
have a key that no other Iridi I have found has yet to have.
Just an event.
Bondage.
Bondage.
Bondage. You like bondage.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Bonding with the creatures that align with your ideals. Then allowing the magic they possess to help you run, keep evil from smothering you. If you worry for your sister's safety and her peace, I am happy to keep her here. I won't be leaving anytime soon. Try to not let the emotions of your family hold you down. Cry and mourn if you must. I'm just going to stick to that thicker Canadian. I'm joking. I'm sorry though.
You can get it. You can have a bipolar attack right now.
If it would affect the battle ahead. But don't let the emotions control you in battle. The enemy has centuries of battle experience over you. Only your random and unpredictable changes can win you the fight to come.
Do that.
Children learn from adults, and in turn, adults support those minds until one day those children can do the same. It is with that purpose that strong minds wield their power for everyone's future. But I haven't the strength to be the guardian against evil. That was never the strength I had in me, nor could it have been the strength to defend the land due to the Sephiroth's new laws, the ones that bind our divine energy away from this land. We are but masters of our sleeves. And that old cat sees in you something that cannot be one's burden alone. You failed to handle such a task by yourself. Your balance is off. And until you can run steadily on your own, trust in the company that helps you walk along the path. Oracle's eye has a bit of an inhuman touch. That's why she sent you to a master such as I am. Though I will say, there's been more than a century since one has arrived as lost as you. And now the training must begin.
Yeah.
You must acquire my staff.
So,
For free times.
The Dryad Song. It is a stick in the middle of a lake, on the other side of the largest mountain of the FANGS. Must travel 18 hours across trap-hidden swamplands,
Something like that.
the marshes,
Effort.
the hidden viper traps. For you see, this land was once the giants' trails, and when the humans first arrived, they took their hunting trails and rigged them. That is what you must overcome on your way to the one lake where nymphs still ride. Water spirits. As long as you do not harm them,
You're riding.
they will not harm you. But also don't look at them.
Definitely don't fuck them.
They will knock you unconscious.
grab a stick. Sorry. Grab your staff, which is a stick at the bottom of the lake.
Don't know.
In the
I've been
lake.
there myself, honestly.
It's in the center.
So I'm gonna grab a stick in a lake
Which color?
filled with nymphs.
You color.
Walk 18 hours through trap-filled jungle. marsh.
Swamps mostly, yeah.
That used to be home to giants?
Yeah. Now lays mostly abandoned by all things.
Right. Still have to fight me.
Mostly just vipers.
What do you call it?
Right. When do I have to leave? Is there a time limit?
Looks up. Dawn light. I may offer you 3 more hours of rest. You've already been unconscious for a few. I'm sure you'll be just good enough to get going. Return to me by the dawn of midday by tomorrow, and I will complete your training.
Heal 5 HP.
But you must understand that what is set in these forests is the tools you might need to have the advantage over your enemies. Use your new experiences to come to prepare you for tomorrow. Come.
Avoid water all bit.
You may.
Fuck the nymphs.
And unfortunately, I don't have spare clothes, and he starts to walk out of the hovel that you're in.
No clothes for you.
You might need some new shirts when you leave, when you head back to civilization.
We have holes right in the right.
I also would say that You know what? I'm going
shopping,
to.
eh?
I'll be back in 2 hours, looking for some dead remains. Hopefully, there's a spare tablet around
Dead
here.
remains. What?
I told you, this was the hunting traps of humans long ago. There are remains of them scattered across these jungles.
Will I see you before I head off?
If I come back in time, he says as he leaves.
Still, what the really screwed this one up.
He is hiding his power. He is
Bless me.
not an angel. It is an ascendant already. I have never seen one before. Did not know they were real.
Lie down.
You rest your head against the log, which is pretty low to the ground, but it's like inside the cavern where you're expected to be a rock floor. It's not, it's a grass floor, and it's weirdly soft.
Close my eyes for like 5 minutes, and then we'll end up being 3 hours.
Absolutely, absolutely. You feel, as you're falling asleep, you feel the first few hairs slowly start to crawl over your skin. And somehow you're still just too tired. You're genuinely too exhausted for that to be the problem. And you wake up with small, tiny bite marks. So at this point, I'm only going to make you do 2 checks for this whole trip.
Oh, good. DC 45.
Survival and getting there.
These are all survival checks.
Not jizzing your soul out.
And then there'll be perception but they're only, these are successive checks as a part of one check.
Yeah. Okay.
First of all, survival, please.
Yeah. 2. So, that's a 12.
Interesting. Okay.
No, 11.
Beautiful. Okay.
Start.
Now make me a perception check.
26.
Okay. Now, if you got 26, make me a disabled device check. DC 20.
Not trained.
Are you untrained? You can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it.
Okay.
Oh, laser, it should last.
Just make a roll for me. This doesn't need to be a success.
12.
12, okay. This is your attempt to understand some new sort of traps. Very easy, even in your attempt to disable it. You have to fail by 10.
Oh my god,
You have to fail by 10 for it to actually hurt you.
Oh, good.
Never disabled the trap in front of you ever.
Basically,
I reckon you could.
even if you see the trap, if you fail by more than 10, you get afflicted by it.
It's just a log thing.
So you notice
rope on the
at
ground.
first it's a rope on the ground that's not taut, and you accidentally.
I'm tired.
Just go right on. It's a rope.
Do I step around it?
Touch it, they just put whips through
You notice as you walk away from it, you had accidentally stepped through the rope, and the rope was so old that it just broke. And you actually were dragging a part of the rope with your foot. And then you realize behind you, there is a 30-foot wide, 20-foot thick, whole horizontal tree that just falls down, just smashing into the bottom of basically like the base of 2 trees on either side. Just a horizontal tree hung so high up that you couldn't see. Smashes, cracks into many, many pieces. A very, very old tree. You just get dusted from behind by tons of pieces of bark and obviously insect life. You feel new little things floating, crawling in your hair.
Okay, note to self, look up.
You should wash yourself off. Go in the water.
Maybe I will. I'll talk to the nymphs.
You then find another floor trap, of which you
Oh, I know these.
very carefully avoid and do not need to investigate, but rather
Look around.
walk around. And the first 6 hours of this journey is minimal damage. By that, it is basically recoverable in ways that are kind of like non-lethal death. Equivalently, like you're getting hit on the very edge of some of these traps. Occasionally,
That's good because I have 10 health.
You're walking. Good to know. And there's equivalently, when I say middle, that would be like 1.
Yeah.
You're getting the shrapnel pieces of traps fall around you, multiple different large tree traps, but they're not fitted well. They're just very simple. They're very easy to understand and see now once you've experienced them. And pit traps. And the worst of them is kind of the spiked wood traps, which seem to be embedded in the ground as poles, and then as soon as you walk onto them, kind of like stepping on a rake, they would shoot up. Again, minimal damage. Your dexterity, your grace, keeps you away from true injuries at the beginning of your journey. Little splinters just sticking out of you.
No stepping on the floor. Look up. Big piles of bushes. Anything else?
And then you realize ahead of you is thick, murky swamp.
That's gonna make things harder.
Completely different topography to the jungle, thick forest jungle. Now it is a thick swamp.
Surely they can't hide things on the floors.
You notice there's like small gnat swarms and maybe small insect swarms in the distance, but you're noticing there's probably another 50% of the life that you would be seeing behind you at ground level, like regular small ferrets or insects like that. Insects to you. These in this swamp are probably due to the willow trees stagnating the wildlife to be at least 20 feet above the swamp. I mean, that's not including anything that's swimming in the swamp.
Yeah.
So you're noticing a lot less, you were noticing snakes on the floor back in the forests. Now you're just noticing basically insects. And the little heads of what you assume are like swamp turtles that are like putting their little thick skulls out before submerged. Like these are, you're noticing, maybe they are snakes, but they're all the same kind of head size as they emerge. You rip your foot out of the swamp, and then you're noticing there's like a thick gap where you've pulled your foot out, and that's just swamp water, swamp stuck to you. You notice like...
I think the water walk.
You're noticing basically freshwater eels in this swamp. You're noticing snapping turtles and no crocodiles at this point, no large predators. But maybe moving into the next 6-hour journey of your swamp travel, another survival check, followed by another perception check.
19.
Great.
I'm getting better, guys.
That whole forest shouldn't have taken you 6 hours to go through. That's the survival check situation. Now make me a perception check.
23.
23.
Slightly less perception. I'm freaked out by swamps.
Good to know.
Don't like them. So many things in them.
Okay. You start to trek through a swamp, and then luckily, at even 2 hours in, the most it gets is knee deep.
Oh,
So annoying, but not unbearably annoying.
It's still super slow.
Yeah. But
Take huge steps.
But this slowness also helps you kind of have that stronger, calmer awareness of your environment. You notice actually at one point there's like a pool of faint yellow and then black. And you're like, that's a liquid. That's gotta be a type of quicksand. Your perception's just like, that is not anything that resembles colors of the normal swamp. And it's faintly grainy, but it's got that yellow and black, like black ice. You're like, I know there's something wrong there. You just completely bypass that. And it's as you're bypassing it that you notice that there is some sort of like dead skeleton of a snake that's just kind of hanging from a tree about 20 feet off the ground. And it just goes into the tree line and just disappears. Like a full vertebrae hanging down maybe 20 feet.
Slightly worrisome. Let's walk around it.
Walk around it. As you walk around it, you notice that ahead of you, at different trees, maybe about 50 feet apart each, there's another single stranded vertebrae of a snake just hanging from the tree canopy. And these tree canopies are about 30 feet up, so they're hanging about to 10 feet off the ground, and you're about submerged 5 feet into the water. So they're still about 5 feet above you, like an arm's reach away, but far. You're gonna have to go around a lot of different angles, trees, evading a path. It's gonna slow your journey, at least in this next hour, visibly. There's a few.
I'll try going under.
Okay. Go under it. And, the vertebrae just, like, misses your shoulder by a foot.
That's my fault.
We're on the skirt.
Ah!
And,
Leave me alone.
and then you feel your foot, like stand on a stone that's a little taller. The head of the vertebrae is now 5 feet behind you. You step on something that's thick, like a stone, and then you feel it like sink in, crack. Your foot sinks in a little further.
Oh no.
You try to walk forward and your foot stuck. Like something. It feels like your foot fell into something, and now there's like an immense weight. It's just holding you. There's no pain.
Shit.
Okay, it's like sifting into sand that is slightly dispersing around you. You feel your foot. You feel what feels like some sort of like cavernous bone skull of something, and as you try to like basically grab your ankle hard and rip upwards. I'm gonna say you succeed. Your body just pushes out, and you realize behind you that little vertebrae, as your body emerges out so fast, that vertebrae just falls onto your shoulder. Bone. Another vertebrae falls onto you. Another vertebrae. And you are not that fast.
He's running at me. 5 foot around.
Look. You have a 28 AC, right?
Well, actually.
What do you have right now?
Maybe reduce it all.
If your sword and shield is gone.
26.
Okay, roll an 19. Roll me a d4 for me. Okay. Okay. I didn't need to roll that last one. That's so funny. You realize that there are 4 what you think are probably relatively thin, probably pretty young vipers that fall kind of behind you. One over your shoulder while a bunch of vertebrae fell on you and you shrugged them all off. That viper got one kind of fang nick on your finger, 1 point of damage.
Here.
And then you're hucking it. You're just not caring about the sound you make. Your body is brown. Your body is full brown. There are things sticking to you. You are 100% sure there is a leech just sucking you off right now.
Gross.
At least one.
Get me out.
And then as you walk, you feel another thing.
Oh, no.
Your foot hits it, falls into it. And then you feel like you're like, oh, it's alright. My foot can kind of live, and it's less jammed than the other one was. And as you're pulling it out, you start to notice all these little bubbles emerge right underneath your face, like underneath your feet, and you're directly in front of you. in the.
The weird.
Attacks go.
You notice a mosquito trap.
Why are there so many traps here?
I need you to make, as mosquitoes fill the air around you, emerging from the muck, DC 12 Fortitude.
28. Close though.
You didn't contract bone crush fever, which is basically just malaria. You're fine.
Nice.
But little tiny, not even effectively biting or bleeding damage, just slightly annoying. I would almost say strength draining damage, but not to that degree.
Permanent strength. I'll take it slightly slower.
If you do that, you notice as you walk 3 more rigged tree traps. These are willow trees that are so old and pushed at such an angle that you notice that they are literally propped up by like 2 or 3 small logs underneath them just to hold that weight. And if any sort of large disturbance was in that water ahead, would make that tree fell. So you kind of, again, detour. Catch a few snakes behind you that are like curling them, just grab them by the head, fling them away. And luckily they don't seem to follow you after you fling them once. But you are like on edge, getting tracked, sure that there are other things in this swamp. Then the tree line reveals at the edge of a mountain cliff. You didn't even realize you had gotten close enough to the biggest mountain in these fangs, just because of all the things that are constantly pestering you. Now, there's a kind of stone hill cliff, and you take no time at all to just hike 20 feet off out of that swamp. You just like spend a few seconds shaking parts of your clothing, just de-mucking yourself. You get about 12 leeches on you, just from submerging your full body in the swamp. Trust me, it's... Yeah. You notice as you have started to dry yourself, you notice to your right, like you're sitting on a cliff, on a very small precipice, not far off the floor of this swamp. And you notice to your right, barely visible, curved around the edge of the mountain. 1, the faintest sound of running water, and 2, bed of water, of relatively clear, bluish green water.
Right.
You don't see a stick in that water, but it's kind of a pretty decent, it's a more wide lake. You make your way, and it hits a point where it kind of is still swampy, but that swamp leaks into the edge like willow banks. You notice that many other banks of this lake are more forest. This is kind of just that swamp part. And obviously smaller 3 receding mountains in the distance. And you can see, even with your good eyes, not the stick, but small rippled patterns in the water, like something moving in a kind of semi-circle arc over the water.
Is there anything else?
And I'm going to say that while you're here, at the edge of the water bank, you actually move to, and you slowly start to kind of clean your clothes of all the muck. Even to take them off to go in. That's where we'll pull. We return to Imric.
Yeah, it's me.
For approximately 15 seconds. Now you are dragging along a dragon body. The sound of destruction behind you, ripping through streets just due to the mass of its bone size, the density of its body, crushing buildings with its rib cage not even filled with anything, just an empty rib cage. Ray sits on you, kind of meditating. You can tell he's deep in thought.
Ray was sitting on me, Ray. Sit on the dragon's head.
Ray on his back.
Ray, you weigh so fucking much out.
Wants to sit in your lap for some reason.
He's curled up like a little puppy.
While Heron has literally embedded his sword in the dragon's back, it's just kind of... Whoa!
That's cool.
And
That's
you...
because it regenerates.
Yeah, so it's just like stuck, sealed in the back. Just in a bone cage.
Heron.
Yes.
Do you have particularly strong opinions about undead? I don't really understand. I assumed the Church of Tuella would completely hate undead in all forms, but they seem kind of chill about it. I know we're in an emergency scenario, but...
I've never seen them act so... I don't know, subservient almost. It's like, well, it's just lucky that O'Shea, that facade is not inside the city walls. Him and the,
I don't know where he is. My views.
I believe he was either one of the other two cities. I heard Tulum Port melted half. I'm not sure. He would journey between the three of these cities quite often, but Seratayuni is where the largest consortium of the religious, let's just say, zealots
Good to know.
are housed. Kind of a small temple in this city compared to the one in Seratayuni. The holy flame of...
That works out for us. Let's just hope that guy doesn't come here, because he will definitely kill John.
I mean, if he brought an army of not the perdition soldiers, but his own, well, where's their perdition, they're not the Revengers like your city has, which is more like the force that we've acquired to keep the orcs from Bradgate running away from us. They are just maybe 2,000 strong. They burn away everything on the inside of the Keter Sanctuary that is considered heretical.
That includes undead.
And includes most natural forms of druidic magic. I watch towns of people that just grow weak too fast get killed and slain because of their heretical powers. It's not fair, but it's not an order I can protect or fight with. I am simply one of their leaders, and I do not like to talk to the others. I've only spoken with them twice. Thaddeus Norden, the bald man, he's big and has a broken back, so he can't go far. But he's the most sadistic of them all. True. He's their, or she is, main general. Thaddeus Norden.
He's here.
No, he's in Seratayuni. Well, I mean, he might be here now, but he was in Seratayuni.
Well, let's just hope that army doesn't come here.
I think that army's
I mean, it would help, but...
probably on the way.
Oh,
but
great.
I haven't been able to talk to Mitso. Even with the council meeting, he seemed to be too preoccupied.
Yeah, Mitsu kind of seems like he's getting bored with the whole being responsible for the people here.
I think he was having fun with the power, but now it's just
Realize
responsibility.
the responsibility is too much.
We're here, temple.
That was fast.
This dragon is so vast. Oh shit! You can look behind you.
Very
It's just a fucking perfect trail, like destruction on a level 20 foot wide in a path. I mean, look, it's a road all the way back. Fresh road.
Like half of these buildings are fucked anyway, didn't there? Dismount, let's go in.
Heron like stabs the sword into like the shoulder mount of one of the dragons. He's like, use that, come down, and then I'll just reshape the sword.
Just slide down one of the wrists.
You bastard. When he doesn't sit, it's just kind of stiffened.
Those dragons aren't good at sitting. Oscar!
You hear Ray also yell for Oscar, but yelling in a different direction than you're yelling. And Heron just kind of hard marches in. You can see the sword, it's beginning to brighten with a kind of fire that's gently creeping up the edge of the blade. It's turning back into a halberd where before it was kind of a greatsword bastard. You definitely heard a little sound, like him maybe thrusting that sword into the stone. But you noticed there was no book on the ground, and there was wax candles mostly melted. And then you see Heron's just pointing down with one finger. It's a perdition blueprint. It stood on one of the wax candles, completely melted. Or maybe he stood on it and that's why it's crushed, but I can see that boot print from anywhere. That wasn't Oscar. It's a perdition guard, and I don't know why a perdition guard would be tampering with this.
There was two.
It's David.
There was two with us.
He came back.
One died horrifically. Completely unnecessary.
The other is currently in Jonathan's cathedral.
And one of them exploded. I remember that.
Yes, David had a partner.
He exploded.
Well,
So he left? I swear I remember Oscar leaving us.
no, it's just the sending stuff. And
I thought he left like SS or whatever the name of his fucking.
yes, sorry, you are completely correct. And that was not. That was Dark Oscar. And that was a crumpled piece of paper which Oscar took.
Oh.
Sometimes that's not. It's just basically.
Oscar, I'm gonna look around for a bit.
You see her walk in the back room. Do you go in the back room before him? Or do you notice that there is a latch that leads to a cell? You see her walks in behind you.
I was down there.
Do we investigate this place when you first went into the book, or
I didn't. I think they might have cleared this area there. It's a temple basement.
He pulls out a perdition dagger, burning, throws it down there. And you see it doesn't actually like fall down, it sticks into the kind of like the wall near where the actual stair ladder is. So it's just kind of like burning like a sconce on the wall. Let's go. He throws it really casually. Like,
Yeah, I open my bag and pull out two more. And we go down. Where did you get so many of these things? They're just lying around in the street now.
Well, Seratiuni was really dedicated to supplying our military with arcane weaponry, and only because of the last 50 years have we had such a stockpile. The king had a bigger stockpile, didn't hear anything about that when we recovered him.
Are any of those big ass sword, like automatons still alive, or all of them?
I mean, I've only seen destroyed ones in the street. I don't know. I've not seen
I
any.
guess they were the front line.
You actually, basically, like, at the end of the first day you arrived back in the city after flying off to Phoenix and stuff, you saw one functional. But that was, at this point,
Isn't it like actively fighting stuff?
one of the spine demons.
Probably not there anymore.
That was like 2 days ago, so.
Yeah. Oh, there, during the double fight.
Yeah, that was double fight.
Alright. It's down here.
You head down and you see a cellar with a broken wall. And that broken wall leads to a dark hole in which you can see there is a kind of like crude groove at the bottom, but you can see it's a sewer track. A hole in the sewer, in the basement cellar leads to a sewer hole. And the hole itself is only about 4 feet tall, but it's about 5 feet wide. So it's a duck for herring, but it just leads into the sewer. I don't know if we can even investigate this. Too much time would be wasting. I mean,
Are there tracks anywhere?
As you look, you do notice tracks, but they're like it doesn't look like any water has passed through here in ages. So what you see is basically like the sewer gunk, like kind of like mud. You know, it's probably mostly feces, but that lines
mud is, yeah.
lines the bottom. You notice there are perdition boot prints. The exact same that stood on the waxed candle made that same imprint. It's a little harder to see, but you're very perceptive. And you see it is heading basically deeper into the city. Not looking at the coast, it would be heading towards the spires in that general direction.
Did Dark Oscar have perdition boots?
No, he was wearing, well, when you last saw him, he was wearing Oscar's gear, which was kind of like basically sandals, wood wrap shoes.
Sure. So, Vision Soldier went this way, apparently.
Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Alright, well, I suppose I should walk down here for like 15 minutes or so.
You good at looking at tracks?
Semi. Yeah. I mean, I was given an amulet that allows me to have keener senses, so. and a sharper tongue. I mean, if you want to join me, we'll just do a quick
I don't know
journey.
where Oscar is.
But at the same time, these sewers go for hundreds of. Literally hundreds
Follow
of
for a bit, but yeah.
hundreds. You'd be walking down these sewers for days to find something if they. Just be ready for a fight. You walk down with your flame daggers in hand. You actually notice that obviously the methane gas just causes them to have minor bursts of fire.
Again. We don't find a gas fan, but that would probably be
Yeah.
pretty open at this point.
You notice heading in for about 10 or so minutes. Suddenly you notice that ahead, small amount of light pours in as the entire roof of the tunnel ahead of you. You've only found one path. But back the other way, there was another path. But you see that the entire roof is collapsed in, leaving you kind of a pathway out. So what do you think is probably just the street? Yeah. But you see Heron go, fuck. What a fucking waste of our time. See Heron just starts to walk towards it and march up it. You notice that unintentionally he struggles to get up this like debris collapsed path. Throws his sword up, fucking rubble.
I just walk. I'm like fucking Legolas just stepping on top of the snow.
You're just on Heron, walking up his back.
It's all that armor. Did you get some mithril?
As you hop out, you hear Heron go, what the fuck? And obviously you turn around to like look at Heron and you see right over Heron's head is the bone dragon and its head.
Told you to stay. Ixnay on the stay nay. I say in Barzan. Surely one of these languages.
Just lowers its head back down.
Whatever, I'm going back anyway. How long do you have on that sending stone to Oscar?
I don't know. I think it's a day. I mean, if he could send another message to me, I think it's one both
Yeah, but he
ways.
probably won't because he's a little bitch.
He said he would be going.
You say where who's going?
Do you think it's the angel? The thing that was possessing him when we were dealing with the Fojar? I mean, he's been acting very weird ever since.
It was in league with the Brawl. So apparently it was trying to help.
So the fallen angel that Oscar was trying to hunt. He told me that the sword was
They were in a
forcing
group of
him.
5 angels or celestial beings. I think Chekek, I think its name is trying to help to either get back to the Brawl, maybe, I don't know, or maybe it's trying to help Oscar destroy him. I don't know. Celestial beings are not things we should mess with, but here we are. Oscar has a lot of voices in his head right now, and he's not very trusting of us
I mean,
to help him or listen to him, I think.
no, he would never listen to me properly either, but at least I would just give him some sound advice and he would take it in part. You knew he was listening because of the actions he would provide after you would try to support him. But recently,
He's a lot in a very short amount of time.
he's trying to isolate himself, and I think that's gonna, in this tense climate, might truly impact us more than it impacts him.
Well, the evil version of him is currently taking the small amount of power we have here away as well.
Wait, what?
There are literally only 2 divine casters in the city left, and you're one of them. 3.
Oh no, we need to head back to the city. I mean, to the court. Alright. Harry just like braces himself, realizes the responsibility got heavier. Starts to mount the side of the dragon, just holds onto the side of the arm of the dragon. Says,
Go back to your master. Ray! Oh, you've been here this whole time, brilliant.
Ray's just on the back of the dragon, so he's like, I'm not leaving. Until we find
I didn't
Oscar.
find him. He's left. I don't know. We're gonna find him ever again. Okay, stop.
Karen halfway out says, "Here, I know you can swing on me, so just..." And he just throws you around. Now tell this thing to get moving.
Okay, Master, let's go.
The dragon body shifts around, destroying everything in about a 60-foot radius around him. Bone dragon tail just carves through buildings. You get basically 2 more hours into the, or 2.5 hours into the journey. The dragon moving very quickly.
Yeah, me and Ray have a very deep and emotional and long conversation. Definitely.
And you obviously start to hear what sounds like the yelling, screaming, and the faint distant flashes of something. It's coming, the light that you're seeing when you hear those little explosions, from the newly formed walls of the temple quartz kind of barricade.
Aaron, you can't do restoration, can you?
Why are they using the cannons? What the fuck is happening? I mean, I've got restoration, but I thought I would have more time to rest. I can't heal that many people. It's been a full day already. I haven't. It's the dawn.
I need restoration. I
mean, it's only 2 a.m. What the fuck is happening?
Soul sucked in the book.
What?
I'm really weaker than even normal.
What type?
Fix.
I mean, talk to Sophia.
Constitution.
Sophia. Go talk to Sophia.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm focusing on this, whatever the fuck we're gonna have to deal.
Can you fly faster than what I'm doing?
I mean, now, it's not much of my magic lift,
I'm
but...
gonna go ahead if you want.
Alright, and she grabs your back.
I didn't think you were gonna say,
You see a part of the bone dragon's back, which you're standing on, just melts underneath both of his feet, as his body just rockets out.
Jesus.
And then it starts to crawl.
Obviously, Ray's just sitting there, just like watching it re-heal, just on the dragon, just like, I guess I'll wait.
How unpleasant.
Ray's like, you could have taken me.
The dragon can infinitely sprint because it can't get tired.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You basically took an 8-hour journey on foot through winding through damaged paths, 3.5 hours.
And we've only cost $65 million in
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably is absolutely gonna fucking.
Yeah, we're gonna have to spend $65 million gold coins clearing the rubble now instead of just repurposing them behind.
And this is where we cut to a few hours before the earliest recesses of the morning.
I was looking for my spells and I realized that I can actually use death magic now. Finally!
Because you couldn't do that before.
No, I couldn't. I can't one-shot things, but now I can.
Jonathan,
But I'm really the weakest ever.
what do you do in the evening to situate all these people, and when do you go to bed?
So the evening was what time?
It was about 9:30 at night when you erected. Erect. Sister leveling. When you erected the cathedral.
So, for most of the time,
and basically it's about 10:30 now, relatively speaking. The king has come and gone, but he has brought about 5 or 6 red-robed perdition guards, plus a few priests, plus 250 people at your request. Now that 250 people plus Moki and his siblings, so they've had to have been some tents and situations like that set up just for the excess.
so he moved them all to the cafeteria, to the back rooms.
To set up, eat some real food.
And then he sat them there going...
And giving them like rules of the house.
He'll explain the basic premise of the house, all the floors, and where there are actually real beddings upstairs.
Wait, you're saying we don't have to sleep on the floor? Are you serious? You see some of them are like almost like beginning to smile, which you don't think they've probably done in a few days.
Of course, you can have proper sleep.
Oh my god. I mean, the ghosts are upsetting, but as long as they can't enter our rooms. And then you hear one say, hey, excuse me, could the ghosts give us service? And then an old woman says, as long as they can make my bed in the morning, I'm okay with the ghosts coming in at night.
Another old lady's like, are the ghosts good with their fingers?
Like, what the fuck was that spider thing that crawled on the ceiling taking the centaurs?
Don't worry about that. That is my friend.
You just see there is...
That's my friend.
You as Jonathan haven't had this many people just talking at you It's suddenly very overwhelming.
Become a co-leader.
But you're like,
This is why all the priests were so
you're
depressed.
mentally
your power.
communicating to all of the ghosts to just hand out the food, so it stops a lot of them from talking because they're eating now. But a lot of the ones that haven't got food are just trying to ask you as many questions.
It is alright. The ghosts are merely not even really spirits. They are apparitions of my mind that just look like ghosts of my former past.
Oh, I'm so worried this was a form of old evil magic. Oh, thank goodness. Of course not.
John's like, "Ugh."
That magic has been...
Forbidden. It's been forbidden.
I heard.
Magic
the
is
city.
lost to the ancient
Ruined
It's
fucking
alright.
city.
Yes, those apparitions. If you talk to any of them, I have told them that take any request that is reasonable
any request.
for any parameter. However, they have a lot of jobs to do to keep this place safe.
Oh, yes, well, of course. You see, a few of these are like the elder women that seem to be letting the youngest people have the food first, even despite how hungry they look. And you see that they're the ones, obviously with the most religious iconography on their body. They are looking at you, not technically. You notice that they're so transfixed on you. It's probably because they're actually just trying to like get a really good read on you, get a read of the building which you created and which you seem to be propagating to them.
Could I get your names?
Oh, I'm Lady Zelma. And you hear, oh, I am Lady Tibethet.
Lady
I am Morgan Trist. It's short for Morgana. You can call me Morgan. And you hear basically families. You get a gauge. Those were the first people.
Trist.
Those are the first people that seem to be the most religiously like what's it called?
Can I just get like the leader of the gods' names?
Oh yeah, and you look at the guards, look at them in the back and ask.
Oh, at least like the oldest one of the one I know listening to this.
You see, it's a woman, dark brown hair,
Hell yeah.
large, kind of metalled but lined with gold shoulder pauldrons, large red cape on her back. I'm Samantha.
No family name like her.
Yes. Kiln.
I see.
I have come from Seratunia's reinforcements. It seems that a lot of your generals have died in war. I am here as the only general to defend this. What do you call this place?
Ah, yes. This is Nostrorum. How did I forget that?
Astrorum.
Devious.
The Devios. Yes, Devios Nostrorum. It is my home. I think I wrote it somewhere. But yeah, it's Devios Nostrorum.
So, what do these gods on your walls mean?
Gods in the walls. Well,
Their names are slightly similar to some of the ones of the region. You speak a different language from us, natively.
Well, yes, as you could probably tell by my accent, it is a bit ancient and a bit more foreign.
Would you, and this is still the god, would you be happy to comfort the people by telling them how old and how...
It is okay, child. You can speak your mouth.
You see another older woman puts a hand on her arm and says, "Keep going. You're doing it for us." Yes, I just want to know for them. What is your background in relation to the gods?
What the gods are you talking about?
Your murals on your walls and your depictions, they resemble the shrines of Nanut that are here. We don't really have a large temple of Nanut here anymore. The largest is in Tulun Port. But it is of a woman cradling a resting baby. Your symbols are uncanny. There's similarities.
I see. This is the Temple of Frina.
It's another name for the Nanoot, darling. I had assumed so. She looks back at you. So you give our gods another name. Tell me, did she give you this power in this time of need?
Now that is a hard question.
You see all of the eldest people in this building. There's only about like 17 or so, at varying stages of maybe early 60s to late 70s. They are all staring at you very intently, all trying to gauge you.
Would you all like to get a cup of tea? This will be a long story.
As he asks the servant to go make a cup of tea for him.
You see the ghosts.
Okay.
Are we allowed to order preferences? Or he's just watching the ghost strip past. Is there preferences? Or is it just one type of tea?
We only have one.
Oh.
It is a nice type of tea.
You see the one that's standing right next to the soldier looks at her very wearily, like, are you sure?
It is shadow leaf tea.
His tea will do you well. We will pick more leaves once we have the fields to grow them, Mother Teresa.
I am not too sure on how
Mother Teresa.
your gods have changed the names. I am,
Definitely not the real one.
as you can feel from my presence, I have the presence of a holy bee.
You see the woman that she just took, called Mother Teresa. She said, yes, I was able to tell. But I am not able to tell what god you're from, if it's good or not.
Long time ago, well beyond the days of the gods, in the world of the gods, gods descended upon the land.
You hear all the people that were eating and talking to each other just slowly start to look over at you, and now acknowledging the fact that you're about to set some of these old people into a state of deep thought. And they're all up now aware of this conversation beginning. The demon music in the background.
There was a realm, a temple, called the Church of Graves, who followed the goddess Farina. Farina was the god of sleep, travel to the afterlife, of sweet death.
Hear a few mutter, Graves, yes, Graves. Yeah, that's the thing, yes, right.
I am one of her priests, like many who still survive. I've been corrupted from madness after Farina fell.
When did she fall? No, she didn't fall. That's impossible. She's new. She's not that old. Hearing that muttered through. And you see, not by the old people, just the young people. The young people are the ones that are suspicious and curious. The old people just look at you carefully. The woman closest to you, the eldest woman, is very seemingly convinced by your statement. Like, she's looking at you intently, but you can tell she doesn't... It's not a face of disbelief. It's of understanding.
You said my powers. I have met Farina once before, as many of the followers we've blessed with on life have. She gave a blessing of immortality to a few of us, except for her paladins, which gained something different. A power of hope. There was once the Order of the Encompassing Dream, the Order of the Ever-Burning Dream, and the Order of the Waking Nightmare.
When you say that, the whole crowd kind of just goes quiet. Like, you're saying names that they have not heard before, but then you say Waking Nightmare and they all go very quiet. Like as if they're living a waking nightmare.
I am a part of the waking nightmare.
The whispers begin again.
We obtained this title, for we were the ones to survive after our god passed away for our sacrifice.
You hear a few people in the background say, "Man, he's so crazy. What the fuck are you talking about now?" And then you hear a few people say, "You need to keep listening. This is where it's getting interesting. He's talking about he's met a god. He's old. He's really old. He's older than we know." You hear a few young people say, "You see the old woman is just nodding and looking up at you like she's acknowledging a truth that she's believed or has heard before."
But why is this world considered a nightmare, you may ask? For something along the lines, corruption spread through the gods, through the mortals. You could call it that the mortals corrupted the gods to create evil.
And you see the oldest woman who's in front of you says, "Or it's that we did it to ourselves."
I was trained to learn the dark arts through my church and put under strong regiment training to not misguide or misuse it. I was brought here to start my own branch for this church. However, I was lost, unable to wake up, sealed. I am getting lost in my story.
So how did you come back, old priest of Farina?
Yes.
See, her eyes seem like they're almost glistening, and you can't tell if that's like a layer of liquid, like she's ready to cry, or just some interesting reflection from light. Being bold.
We never left. We were stuck waiting, unable to move, because we tried to revive her once more.
You see the old woman who's relatively in front of you, directly beside the main soldier, Samantha. See, she nods her head, has a small, subtle, brief smile, and then starts to walk away from you, while everyone else is in rapture. She starts
A man named the Red, now known as the Betrayer, slayed every single follower to try to bring her back. That is why you do not know of the Church of Graves anymore. However, none of them are dead. They are waiting to wake up again. Just like I have.
And you now see that no one's talking. A fair few people are eating, some drinking tea. The old woman was about to be handed to you by a ghost, and she just walked away, half smiling. And you watch as Samantha is like nodding her head. You can see her eyes are kind of darting back and forth. Her brain is trying to recognize any connection from other religions that she would know. And then you notice that she walks kind of closer to you and says, "You know, normally I wouldn't be willing to bargain with a religion I don't know, but you sound to me as someone familiar with the god they worship that helps them rest. I feel it is the same, if not just similar. And I feel you have the potential to see our God as you see yours.
I do not think I could see any god like I see mine. For she chose to martyr herself for her followers. That is a price of a god I would never even understand. They are so above us, yet they help the ones so below them. It only makes me look up to her even more.
And I can't say that there's any gods, the knight continues, that have martyred themselves as you suggest. Maybe we share a relationship with the same god, only she has decided to hide from you, listen to us. I don't mean to make that sound of any offense to you, but I wonder why your god would do such a thing, if it meant all of your people would be gone anyway. But if you're not gone...
No. We left because a follower, a mortal, chose for us to go against the gods of hell.
The Red?
The betrayer, yes. He chose to try to revive her once more by killing every follower. It is man who corrupts God's will.
You sound like you've been tormented by this god, your god, for a long time, and your accent is not familiar to anything on this continent. Maybe it would do you well to commune with the priest of Nanut that still resides here, the juggernaut, the big one. Other than that, I cannot offer you any condolences. Your god sounds so untethered from the religious texts we know. How Nanut did not kill herself, she did not die.
It is the winners who rise the war.
She fell asleep, and yet still helps. You're right. You're right.
Dead are forgotten.
I wonder if there's still time for you to reunite with her. We're doing such a good deed here, and all of these people are kind of looking at this night woman.
I hope so one day.
You have earned enough praise. Let us speak on your behalf.
Do you want to know a secret? The power that you feel from me. It is not her blessing or touch. For she is no longer in this land. I had to create the powers of the divine from remembrance.
You see the woman in front of you who, now you've said that, she looks now visibly distrustful, but masks it pretty fast, but you catch that, and then just very tangentially curious. So like, just covering the confusion, the anxiety, the almost fear that you're recognizing from her features.
But I will save that for another time. Stories are good. Stories lead to power. Power that even gods feed on. But Vereener wasn't the god of stories. Vereener was the god of rest. Now please find yourselves comfortable and slumber. You will have the best sleep here. That I definitely know.
And the people start to chat amongst themselves and begin to slowly disperse after you finish your conversation by talking about how you're reinventing divine magic in a place that is believed to be abandoned by divine. You watch as everyone else starts to walk away, and that night woman is still standing there. She's slightly taller than you, like she's basically 6'3", with all of her armor and boots and everything, standing kind of slightly looking down at you.
Would you like to follow me?
I would like to know what you mean.
I see. Well, right now I am blessing the grounds.
I understand.
For I believe an attack is going to occur. As he pulls out the sensor. Would you like to follow me? While we talk.
Unlike most of the edition, we are technically considered zealots. I did not actually... I'm not an ancestor of these lands. I'm an ancestor of a southern continent. But I do understand and feel for the religions of this land. And I would like to get your understanding. I do believe that religion is merely a byproduct of our own understanding of each other. As far from each other as we are when we begin. I do not judge you fully. I do have some concerns over what you had spoken of just a moment ago. But if these are your actions out of things you're talking about, then I don't see why I shouldn't help you.
I was an orphan. I was picked up by a church. I grew up into this religion. And much like this, I hope that after this happens, I will run an orphanage.
As he walks outside with the sensor.
You see, she takes about 10 seconds, but you hear behind you, quietly, that would be nice. Then you hear her metal boots clack as she starts to walk behind you. She doesn't really catch up to you necessarily, but she stays about 60 feet back, or 60 to 40 feet varying, and noticing little kids brushing their hair and pushing them inside as she walks past.
In the old days, divine magic was stronger. There was people that could bend reality to their will. It was kind of hilarious, the shit I saw.
Weren't gods also abundant?
So a man turned into a pickle one.
Walking and ruining the land in equal parts?
There were legends of man summoning buildings out of nowhere. Much like I'd done. Cities even.
You don't hear her talk when you say that. Kind of just, probably she's soaking it in. And then you kind of walk around one corner and you notice Sophia. She's standing there, she's helping people basically serve up food, doing some cutting.
No way.
You can see there are multiple cuts along the edges of her fingers.
Fucking worthless.
Don't get me started on the angel legions. That's where it gets even weirder.
You walk on, she turns around, doesn't even, you don't notice her, but she notices that and then goes... and you
She's
watch as the night is... you watch as, running up behind, you see only briefly Sophia, but you didn't see Neil Wayne, Moki's collected partner along the journey, quickly walks up to you as you are continuing. It says, "Oh, hello, sorry. Thank you for this. I'm sure all of these people here are really happy with, being able to sleep a night of comfort. But I just wanted to know where's the redhead one, the one that was with Moki, and where is the elf and the foxman?"
Oh, yes. They have went to find Oscar.
They went to find him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good, okay. I was really concerned for a second that they had, they'd just gone back into battle. No, they're finding an ally. Okay, good. I'll just keep cooking. Sorry to bother you. And she walks away. And you see the Perdition woman who was kind of pacing behind you. Gets up a little closer. Kind of talks in a quieter voice to you. She says, "You do seem to have an abundance of power I have never seen before. I'm sure that some of the high counselors and religious figures here have a similar power, although it is, that I know of, restricted in the western lands where we are now. Why don't you move east, to the eastern lands where divine power is enriched? Do you wish to struggle more here, or does it not affect you as it affects the others?
Long ago, I wanted to build a glorious temple here. Just anywhere in Domino, really. Somewhere my church could prosper. Build a real branch, out to help others. And, well, I felt guilt for my god martyring herself.
I mean, you're a dedicated follower. I can understand that. Must have waned on your mind. So you stayed here because it's her home too?
Oh, her home is in her realm. Is it the realm of dreams, the realm of shadows? I am a bit foggy on that. Every god has their own realm.
See.
But we disciples and followers of the gods brings their realms closer to the lands. Once they get so close, divine magic will spark. Or so how we used to believe. Now I'm getting different theories. That is the combination of our beliefs that cause it to manifest.
Beliefs. It's funny.
It could be a mix of both, though.
I mean, with so many divisions of other religions, of other divine figures, it makes sense why religious powers have not been so strong here. There's too many dividing religions. Although
Yes.
I guess that might only be a small part to play.
A reason for that, obviously, is that all gods want a piece of the pie. There is only so much belief you can have in one thing before you need to steal others to sate your hunger for power. Gods are the same. That is why the God War started long ago.
How do you know so much about it?
I was there. As he keeps walking around the field.
And you hear behind you the boot prints of that night stop. Did you say that? And you walk, and you kind of curve a corner, and out of the corner of your eye, only looking at her side eye, you can see she's just kind of stood there, looking down. Her hand is on the hilt of her sword, and she looks almost like she's looking at the hilt of her sword, but you're not sure. She's just got her head kind of bowed. And you look at that old woman that first touched her and talked with you, Mother Teresa, walks up to her again. She seemed to have just gone outside, out to the graveyards, and then has come back in after your speech had concluded, and just kind of jostles her arm, seemingly shaking her out of some sort of stupor, and then actually she walks her outside, and you're left to kind of wave the censer filled with incense, this kind of scent still filling the room as you've been walking. Feel the divine protection of a god you're familiar with. The magic isn't familiar to you, yet it still reeks in a way, and that smell spreads quietly.
As John mutters to himself. I didn't even get to talk about the Archmage's opinion of the gods. That I think she will find very disrespectful. As he walks around.
And as you're walking back through, you notice entering the building again is Mother Teresa, Samantha, the Perdition Knight, probably, if not a general, if not a new general, then
Is it Zelma or Trist? And we're going to Trist.
Morgana Trist was another one. This is Mother Teresa. This was one. This was another one. This was the one that didn't basically speak up when you asked.
I will write this down as well.
You see, she enters with another woman now, and you know this woman. This was a woman that was one of the 3 counselors. This is, you're pretty sure, the Archmage of Antiquities. But you know that she has just recently been stripped of her divine magic. Like, she was one of the ones that was the target. And so as she walks inside upright, she's kind of smallish, but she's not walking like she's hurt herself. Walks in, this Archmage of a kind of a short, stout woman, and the other Mother Teresa, a kind of thin, tall, 5'9" woman, either side of this Perdition Knight.
If John sees that and he knows that she recently lost her powers and she's acting a bit differently, John would drop the sensor and just start running inside.
Running where?
Just run towards her going. As he would probably use detect magic to double check.
Well, yeah. You notice.
So he just drops it.
You drop it.
He just starts running on.
You see they all look over towards you, and you activate your magic. You see Samantha is literally halfway through pulling out the corner of her sword, and you see Mother Teresa grabs her arm, and you're like, that's a tough grip for an old woman to like grab this relatively buff woman's arm and just hold her in lock. That's not the Archmage though, and you notice that Archmage is like looking at you with a bit of shock, and you activate the magic, and you can see kind of like embedded in the eyes, there's this faint amount of divination magic.
Really divination magic?
Only, and it's moderate. What is it? Why did you come over here so fast? You see Samantha saying as she's slowly slotting the sword back down. He's just worried about you, darling.
I swore I saw one of your powers drained recently.
The Archmage looks at you.
You hold divination.
I can't say anymore.
Divination.
You hold divination magic in your eyes.
Yes. I felt a portion of my power returned to me when I entered this place. The borders of it.
I see.
I am simply trying to assess if your spirits are real or not. My apologies for spooking you.
She got like detect magic on them. They're just like, oh, they're conjuration shit.
She casts Trucing.
Oh. She had that
More. So you're able to like roughly gauge. It's a high level divination ability.
I see. I was worried that somebody snuck in.
I very much appreciate your carefulness. I am also trying to do the same thing. Now that I felt a fraction of my power return, I'm trying to make sure that there's nothing in here that is not supposed to be.
John will pick up a bell and ding it, just to double check if there's any other element, like outsider presence in here. Right in front of them.
Okay. You feel incorporeal creature 90 feet outside the building, just outside the door, 60 feet outside the building. Like inside of the perimeter, which should have been alerted, you sense it.
Ah.
As if it like had emerged from under the ground or something.
There is somebody here though, however.
Are you sure? I did a quick scan when I was entering and I didn't see anything.
We have an incorporeal creature invading. Right over that way.
point to just the outer door leading to the gravestones and... Oh, okay. Should I try and identify what it is?
I will get closer. Maybe you two stay safe here. Samantha, could you back me up?
I will. She says, please, Mother Teresa, I need you to stay here. However,
You love that.
somehow, with your perception of magical skill, we're able to detect the fact that it changed from incorporeal to undead.
Okay.
But that was very quickly. Like, the moment you realized it was incorporeal, it seemed to be in the process of, in that 6 seconds, becoming a material creature. And you notice it is a thing that you swear you have seen before. Literally 1,000 years ago, in some region of Brandgate, where there was a kingdom, a relatively religious kingdom of bird folk, one of what was called the Three Kingdoms, and one of the religious ceremonies that they would take would be to plaster divine carvings, or sorry, divine scrolls upon their forehead when they die. It's a Jiangshi.
Right.
It is a stiff corporeal creature right now, and you realize
Does it have like knives in its like? It's like this.
you notice that the feathers are rather stiff.
As Jonathan goes up, you go. I command you, by decree of Farina, stop where you stand.
You see, what's terrifying to you is you're like, this is a bird monster that's been relatively well preserved, but for that scroll to run directly over its face means that most of its beak has to be gone. And covering that beak is that scroll. You don't see it from a side-on angle, you see it from a front-on angle, and you see as you're walking out, you see Samantha is like matching your pace, has pulled out the sword, has literally just flicked it down to the side, and you watch stuff sputter out of it and fire kind of just start to cook off of the edge of the blade. Give me about 8 seconds and I will deal with this thing.
Oh, you don't have to deal with it yet. If I can...
How did it get in here first?
She's hot.
Well, it
Really,
seems
don't
to
it's
have
fine.
snuck through with incorporeal transportation. Seems to know how to shadow walk.
I will stay on the edge of it and I will prepare.
Let me first try to take control over it. To obstruct its master.
What do you mean, take control of it?
As I said, I am a dark. Actually, I don't think I talked about that.
She just stops talking. You can see in the corner of your eye, her expression is certainly eye-cocked towards you. She says, alright then, fine.
Please prepare if I fail this.
Deal with this quickly.
My magic has been very inconsistent recently.
You hear, she yells back inside as you are walking forward. Get the commoners to have spears and shields at the door. We must be ready for a defensive blockade. And then you hear rustling on the inside, but you are about 10 feet away from it, and it's stiff and it hasn't moved forward.
So John will cast command undead to take over.
This is actually on the CR2, Jiangshi.
Good save.
We'll say.
Unless there's intelligence, then it does their save.
Has an 8 intelligence.
Has to do the save then. This is
It's the same thing as a human Juju zombie,
one. Okay, the DC is 18.
but it's
Juju.
but this is 18. I rolled a 14,
Okay.
and it's
Will.
is +1,
Okay.
so 15.
And it's only 2 hit die?
That's right.
Oh, okay. So immediately, as John raises his hand.
How do you summon this thing to your control? Like, what's the difference? It's kind of very just shadowed for this zombie, for this bird folk monster.
Decree of Farina. Go.
Do you burn the scroll off of its face, or like, does the scroll change
More
its...
like, when he says this, a dark, like, tendril of energies as these spirits start to grow from the ground. As it slowly starts to enter its body. As the shining of the paper of its notes starts to glow once more, as if the enchantment is activated once again. As its motions start to become more...
Slightly more fluid?
Yeah.
Because it was pretty stiff, it was just not moving.
So he's more in line to Jonathan's needs as he's taken over the enchantment.
You hear, as you start to force this thing to kind of move in a motion that it wasn't used to moving, being a lock, stiff undead, it doesn't feel anything, doesn't matter. You hear it as it moves the bones of its leg muscles to start to walk. And you see it is walking like a very stiff zombie, not like a Jiangshi which would jump at you. This thing is now starting to walk in the sound of its bones breaking or its kneecaps shattering as it tries to move.
Alright, I have it under my control.
And where do you send it?
And so Jonathan's going to walk up to it
Yeah.
and inspect the inscriptions on it to figure out when
Okay.
this was made. What kind of enchantment is this? Is this like the lower level necromancer? Is this a shitty necromancer? What's the caster level? Let me identify it.
Okay, well, this is actually a rune. This is a rune of Nanafly, which is the goddess of hives. Also technically known as the goddess of the underworld, and Nanu's sister, the goddess of death. Nanafly, the goddess of the 9 gates. Technically also goddess of the hive, that's Nanafly. And you notice, relatively speaking, a low-level enchantment, but it is not to create undead, it is to protect them. It is to protect them from entering the tormented hells. It is specifically, and I mean, you would actually have some understanding, being back at this time. You didn't really know the culture of here, but reading the imagery, it's probably a criminal bird folk that was shipped here away from its major settlement in Brandgate to live an isolated life and then to be buried with a protection seal to stop it from returning to the hells where it was presumed to be sent. Likely because this is some sort of criminal convict bird folk. And, I mean, you take a second to look, but you see the beak hasn't been broken off. It's been melted down. Sealed at the front. Its whole mouth has been sealed shut.
Alright.
Jonathan turns around and he gets a ghost to show up.
Alright. Take it to the crypt.
You see it starts to, the ghost starts to trail. You see the ghost is doing this. You have no way, like obviously there's no way, this thing doesn't have eyes, it's got a scroll covering its face, yet that single hand motion seems to cause the Juju zombie to... You see Samantha stands there, almost in her own mind, just perplexed and probably worried. You can get that a little bit. And she starts to walk away from the zombie and kind of away from you.
Something tells me there will be more coming. I must finish my sanctification of this land.
Please
start making towards this sensor that left on the floor.
Please do. You walk inside, Samantha walks in ahead of you. And she, as you enter, she is addressing the crowd. She goes, "Do not fear. This was not an attack. I believe this was probably some sort of undead scout from some other great evil that we have to face. This building, this display of power, I worry it will draw things to it. But fear not, my protected populace. We will assure your safety here. The man who calls himself Jonathan, he is a priest of a god you might be familiar with. But his practices are not familiar to us, and thus we must give him breadth, give him the freedom to make the decisions that will benefit us, even if they do not look like ones our church leaders believe is correct. She looks at you very wearily. She looks at Jonathan very wearily, but then she looks back to the people. Everyone, please do your best to get some rest. This is not a livable place, but this is rest for one night. Then
This is a normal place.
yeah, she says that, and that's probably pretty harsh for you. Like, oh, what do you mean?
John's like,
What do you mean?
there's dormitories upstairs. You could head there if you want to.
You see some people are about to come ask you, and they're like, okay, okay.
Avoid the centaurs and the spider person.
He's not a spider anymore.
Carefully. He fell asleep in spider form.
Early.
That's awesome.
Too early out.
And you spend the next few hours, up until about 2 a.m. in the morning, cementing the smell of incense inside of your temple. And Samantha keeps an eye on you the whole time.
While doing that, he'll cast the sleepwalking spell.
Yeah, you go up, yeah.
On everyone.
Just being sleepwalking, like.
You're horrifying, man.
Samantha, would you like to rest with me?
You just were telling all your ghosts to act.
Samantha, you should sleep with me. Come on.
I wish to not be affected by your magic just yet, but I appreciate the offer.
It is okay. I will be resting.
I will conform to your powers once they prove to be vital.
It's just walking around half asleep.
People in and out. You see the king comes back one more time. Obviously, you kind of like half wake up for that. Thank you again, Jonathan. He says as you walk, he's like, are you awake?
Sorry, I am resting. I have spent the last 4 days in hyper-fighting action, non-stop.
I understand that.
I'm so excited to be sleeping fully now.
I am only bringing more soldiers here to protect this place. I continue to appreciate the support you give, and tomorrow, please let me know if there's any more things that I need to help you set up with to further your support in the city. We will be willing to accommodate you as much as possible, as long as you are not proving to display dark magic that could convince the populace to turn against you. He does say that relatively calmly. Like, he's kind of, like, from the awareness you've seen, he's noticed of your actions, kind of dark magic, like, riding a line sort of thing. So, you see, he is, in the way he says it, he's trying to be very lenient to you.
Well, that is very funny. You're talking to a master of the dark arts about that. However, I understand. The cruelties of dark magic is evil. And should never be used against the innocents.
Well, they've been used in the last 5 days, and I think that...
However, tomorrow I will raise another building. I will need help to properly clear the floor. This current building is unstable, and I may have to re-cement it later. But it should hold for a few more days.
Are you able to promise that you'll be able to bring a new building?
These buildings should last 2 weeks on stable ground.
I see.
I can make one every day.
I will make sure that a portion of land is available for you for the morning. If you had told me earlier, that would have been helpful, but I will send the soldiers out at midnight now, and we will try and clear a portion of land for your building. Is it the same size as this? I don't think we could do that overnight.
It will be smaller, worry not.
It's simply for accommodating.
It will be for accommodating and feeding others. There will also be servants of same variety. If you give me any sketches of architecture of how you'd like the building to be made, I will gladly follow them.
I will report to you in 6 hours. Hopefully we can get a
500 by 500 building.
Okay, that's good to know. Please, soldier, write that down for me. The soldier just pulls out a pen and starts to literally put ink on his arm. It's like scrolling down his arm.
Don't have any paper left.
500 x 500.
If you have a royal architect,
Nope.
I can design something for it. As long as they have.
We don't have one anymore.
I took architecture
No more architects left.
as a private class for the.
It's me. I'm the royal architect.
I will make sure that our soldiers know how much land needs to be available, and they can try and organize that quickly. Are you going to be able to do this? I know tomorrow is also technically today, but are you going to be able to do it again the next day as well?
Yes, as long as I have the dragon body, I should be able to do it as many times.
So every day we have to clear 500 square feet of. Okay, well.
Yes, unless they collapse the buildings and I have to remake them.
Do you think that there's a small chance we could start to put some of these buildings outside of the city walls? Just in terms
could do
of
that.
spacing, it might be more secure.
I would actually recommend just placing it over at the forest area, with the park.
We would have to cut down the trees.
I can build miniature caverns around the trees.
Oh, that would. Well, luckily that area was the least damaged. I'm sure that the forest there would be mostly intact and available. That might be able to supply at least 4 different 500 square foot settlements, at least. Okay. I will get them off. All of the northern walls of our city. I will try and clear as much space around the perimeter as I can.
Yes, I'm sorry I didn't come up with that idea earlier. I have just been constantly battling gods and demons so long that I have been a bit out of it.
You've been battling. I'm sorry, you've been battling a god?
Yeah.
Yes, earlier today I've been fighting the god. Well, what was it again? The god of torture and despair, or something like that.
Just flexing on this dude.
Yeah, I threw a zombie dragon a couple undead at him. Oh well.
Classic Tuesday.
I'm a little tired now.
I will let you rest.
Don't worry, it wasn't that hard. This was just after the centaur raid. I'm so glad we won that battle.
You've been awake for days?
Of course. I have been living off magic to pretend to sleep this whole time.
I see. Your god has weird blessings that you are able to use.
Nap time.
It is pretty untypical that the god of sleep has granted me the ability to not sleep while sleeping. As he walks around.
The king's like, mutters like...
I just imagine you with one of those little sleep hats and like a fucking, like a sleep gown.
Yeah, a little hat.
You got like a little lantern walking around. I know it's a sensor, but I'm just imagining you as fucking jeopardized.
And you hit about 4 a.m. Jonathan, you just finish your long rest.
Lucky bastard.
As you've been walking, still, what have you been doing after? You finished your censoring about 2 hours ago. So what have you been doing for the last 2 hours of your rest?
If he has been followed the whole time.
No, people haven't been following you. They've simply been watching you constantly from the areas of the temple.
You've just been seeing him walking around the temple with this sensor going.
What have the last 2 hours been?
But the last 2 hours after that, he would then go back, he would see the Jiangxi, he would look at its body, the type of seal, and go, oh right, this is from back in the old days, the newt's fly seal. I haven't seen this cult in a while. As he would start investigating the zombie and going, alright, let's start trimming and cleaning this thing up.
Important
This thing is not optimal right
Shabby
now.
as fuck.
What are you wearing?
He is still in his adventuring clothes because he has not been able to change
He
it.
looks like
You smell like
he
shit.
looks like a privateer without the hat. You've taken that off. You've hung that up somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's nighttime. It doesn't
He
need
hung up
it.
his hat.
But everything else is you're just a guy with boots and a shirt.
He's in like sleeping black dark sleeping robes and just walking around the yard.
So as
Open robes, no underwear.
So it's just in a crypt.
Hanging.
as
Picking balls
you've
out.
been like
It's on a stone
investigating-
plate and it's just been like, carrying
Fog
this
covering
thing.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have literally dissected this living undead twice now in 2 hours.
He's giving it a manicure as like a
Oh, your talons are too long.
It does have very long fingers. Where the nails kind of curve up on its hand, which is technically underneath all of its feathers, even those nails are very long.
Your undead are still alive. They grow fingernails.
And as you've snipped about 6 of the total 10 fingernails.
Your old master has not been treating you well. You have disease and bugs in you. Let's get them out. Here is the anti-germ kill.
You literally see dozens of cockroaches like fester out from its feathers and just start to scuttle down, exiting, like basically emerging out of this thing's body. You even see one like large centipede just and it basically gets acid burned on the way out and dies. But then as you're watching all these insects leave, you suddenly hear
I see. This time.
Takes off the gloves, he puts them to the side.
Oh my god.
I am sorry. I have not figured out your name, Jiangxi. I know you don't have the intelligence or the vocal cords to talk yet.
its whole mouth had been basically melted shut, so it can't even make a gurgle sound. Not an audible one.
It's fine. The seal's still on its face, he didn't take it off.
Alright,
You
then.
hear more than 15 different alarms.
It's time to see our uninvited guests.
And you're kind of at an angle in your specific position of the building where you have to walk a good 300 feet just to get an eye line of what's happening. Because as you exit your
Just one of the crypts.
just one of them, 1 of 5, 1 of 4.
Let's just say it's this one for simplicity.
And no way, that's way too close.
Right.
You would hear the creatures coming
Right.
first. So no, I'm gonna put a little further away. Out of the line of motion of the people. You walk about 300 feet before you notice the actual images. But it's about 120 feet into your travel that you start to hear the
I see.
Moki.
Three in his arms.
Make a perception check for me.
It's like I'm gonna have to.
You have a
take out
-2 in this
trash.
roll because you are unconscious. But you're not resting well, so that's why you can potentially hear them.
I thought I was having the best.
You are.
Yeah, and you're not resting well.
The best I've actually been 10 years, and it's not a good rest.
It's not a good rest. No.
You've also been fighting
Imagine
gods
you
and
slept
demons
in
and
a
angels.
human bed
Quick question.
as a centaur.
Has it been a full 24 hours since I was resurrected?
Yeah.
What, am I level 9 or?
No, that's sleep.
Okay.
That's the thing.
I used my old character sheet.
You have to beat a DC 20 to wake up from this
What are the? Oh, that's
before
right.
combat
My
starts.
perception shits because I'm insane.
And -2 for me.
We're still insane.
15.
Okay.
I'm less insane. I'm still insane.
So, Jonathan,
Sick.
your footsteps get heavier as you notice that about, what is it? Is it 400? What's the perimeter of your gates?
The gates are around probably. Let's say about 20 feet wide.
Oh, no, sorry. Like how far the building is away from the borders of your perimeter.
Let me get that image so I can
That's
actually tell.
just a distance will be helpful to learn how quickly these creatures are ascending.
It's around like 200 feet. They have like a long run distance.
That's a lot. Plus, like it's double movement to hike over the fence, and the fence is what? Is it a short fence or is it a tall fence?
Oh, it's a really large fence. I accidentally.
I'm gonna say it's at least a 15-foot tall fence, because that's like cathedral high regular.
And they're brick, and they can stand on the fences.
Yeah, that's an entire round for them to just scale up and scale down. You notice them. I'm gonna say that 200 feet. That's pretty effective.
So they have a long time to run.
You notice as Jonathan, that's Doggy. You notice, Jonathan, you are coming around the destroyed edge of this building here.
I hear service.
And
I'm not in the scene, so I might as well.
I hear Cerberus coming. On the hush.
Fuck you, Toshi.
you hear, we need to see. You hear, like, half words. You hear, hold the line. You hear, there's a lot of them. Call for backup. You hear multiple different soldiers yelling at the same time. What do? You're still outside the building. You could enter the building.
Slowly from the ground,
Yeah.
giant spectral skeleton hands rise around Jonathan. So this is spectral arms.
Nice. Okay.
How far away are they?
For you, they're about 100 and... actually, from this distance, I'd say about 60 feet-ish. Which max.
All right.
Max. So you're going to be like climbing over the destroyed building.
All right.
These are your predictions. So your first ones that are predictions already fighting are about 50 feet away.
What is the weakest looking gnoll?
The gnolls honestly look tougher than the rat monsters, because you can tell there's a few rat monsters. However, the rat monsters are shorter and thinner, so it's 50-50.
These guys look like rage-born gnolls.
If you're opening the door, you need to put something behind it, or just keep slamming it over.
I'm gonna freaking.
They look like the rage-born gnolls they've played with before, or?
You're noticing they're probably of a similar type, yeah.
Alright.
It's hard to know, but yeah, to a
A
degree.
giant hand will fly across and touch this thing. Make a fortitude save, DC 20.
Okay.
So the giant spectral ghost hand touches the rat. Roll
Why
DC
you
4.
bought it?
Save 20. Oh wait, what's its hit die as well?
No, it is, I think 6 hit dice? Yeah, 6 hit dice.
The rat? The rat thing has 6 hit die?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, doesn't work. Oh, sure.
Oh, it doesn't work. Okay. So your spectral hand kind of
Just
goes...
saying this thing, right?
Yeah.
That thing has 6?
Yep.
Because we're beyond the point where the
All of these rat monsters are CR6 fighters.
Oh wait, no, power spell. Okay, it just works. Because the empower of a spell feat. Let's fucking go. Alright, it does work. Alright, roll for check save.
Fort save?
Full save.
Yes. Finally, the evil necromancer is gonna
Plus
do
7
evil necromancer things.
to a fort save.
DC 20.
Go for it, Ken. Go for it.
Because I didn't buff it.
Will not be that far away. Or you enter. I rolled a 4. So
Die.
that puts it at 11.
Die.
Okay,
Oh.
immediately the hand touches it as it begins to start bloating up and decays. It just dies. As the body is now pummeling up, if something touches it, it explodes. This is blood bomb.
Okay. Okay. You're gonna notice within a few seconds, one of the gnolls, as that thing collapses, just steps on it. Like within 6 seconds.
In 10 feet,
immediately
then-
gets walked over, and there's another guy within 10 feet.
Okay, in 10
So-
feet, everything gets hit by 3d6 acid damage.
So
Reflex save.
technically, this is where it was. So it hits boom, 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 and nothing else. I'm gonna put where the hand is. That's where the damage is. Do it.
Empowerment buff this as well. Probably. It's all numbers.
Yeah, sure.
No, it wouldn't.
Is it a spell?
It is a spell.
Oh wait, let me see empower.
Empower says it increases neurons, right?
Well, it could increase the dice per level which did 3d6.
And is there a save against the gnolls?
No, it's not 3d6 and all that.
Is there a save for the explosion?
There is a save.
Reflex?
Reflex.
Yeah, you just add an extra 50%.
50%?
Okay.
Alright, so.
One go to 9 and one go to 19.
Wait, you just get free
Nah,
power
that's
spell and
yeah.
everything? That's horrific. Why would you give him this table?
So 7 plus 4. How?
Okay, so the gnolls for
So 10 acid damage.
Reflex?
The reflex is.
reflex, they have
20.
+1, so he got one got a 20 and one got a 10.
Okay. So that's just half damage. So the one
Okay,
succeeds.
So the one that stepped over it definitely failed.
So 10 damage for the one that
I'm just
fails.
gonna step on my
5 for the ones that succeed.
5.
It's pretty.
I didn't like Yahoo really much anyway, so I'm gonna step him. Ah!
Okay.
As the hand will fly back to Jonathan, obviously, because this is his ranged ability. So from the darkness, they see a giant spectral hand fly through. As the gnolls see
bleeding up.
a glowing white-eyed monster with giant skeletal hands touch something as it immediately disintegrates and then explodes into a pool of putrid ash.
You explode that thing as that's your turn, right?
That's it. That's all I can do.
So you're watching these, what is probably about 15, now -1, I think that's all that you can visibly see, so there could be more. You were having so many alarms go off in your brain at the same time, keeping track of all of them. It's like one ringing and then another one starting a second later. So your brain is like, it's at least 15. Could be 15 to 30, basically. You're not actually 100% sure. But as they explode, what you expected to like completely mutilate them. What type of damage was it?
Acid.
Acid. You watch as it cripples, melts away all the hair, melts through a large part of their real skin, and you can see parts of the bone and a lot of the musculature underneath removed of all skin and hair. And you would genuinely, from the last fight you've had with this thing, you are someone who can kind of calculate how much overall damage it would take. These things have to be slightly tougher because they shrug off 10 damage. Whereas before, 10 damage was most of their strength. If you can get what I mean. Like, you don't obviously know the damage amounts, but you are absolutely aware of the fact that these things are still able to walk with exposed bone, with a ferocious, frothy mouth. These things look maybe starved, desperate, really hungry, probably rabid.
No, that's on.
And these Perdition Knights are looking at this point like they have only just entered the fight and are probably overwhelmed. And that is where we will end